Yo guys, what is good and what's going on everybody? Your boy BLSG back yet again with another Phillies live play-by-play. Yes, we're back for another one. We need the music first. There we go. Now we got the music playing in the background. Anyway, what's going on to everybody in the chat? Your boy BLSG is back for another Phillies live play-by-play. We're back here for Game 3 against these New York Mets. Phillies failed to take care of business last night. Looking for a revenge night and looking to take care of the Mets in Game 3 and take this series in 2 out of 3 games. Will the Phillies be able to get it done? That will be determined here today. And let's see what these guys can do here tonight here for the Philadelphia Phillies. See if they can find a way to get a W here today. Let's do it. Anyway, appreciate everybody for coming through in the chat, man. Sure y'all hit the like button on the stream and hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel, man. Phillies play Game 3 of the series today. We're back for Game 3 between the Phillies and the Mets, and we're looking for a bounce back win as we failed to win last night, falling to the Mets 1-0. But we're looking to bounce back here tonight and find a way to take a W here this afternoon against these Mets and take 2 out of 3 against these guys and try to gentleman sweep them. So anyway, just talk to you guys real quick. Good me. Thank you. Alright. Let's read off the chat. We got one comment here to read off. MC, what's going on? Appreciate you coming through. So let's do this, Phillies. You already know. Let's try to take 2 out of 3 on these Mets. Let's take 2 out of 3 on these Mets, man. We gotta take 2 out of 3 on these Mets. Gotta find a way to win today's game. Got to find a way to win today's game. Starting pitchers for today: Zach Wheeler for the Phillies, Chris Bassett for the New York Mets. Both played 21 starts this season. Zach Wheeler with a better record of 11-5. Look like this could be in Zach Wheeler's favor in terms of the pitching, but how will the hitting do? Because if you guys remember, Aaron Nola played a solid game last night. He pitched very well last night against these Mets. The reason why we lost is because nobody, in terms of the batting order, could grab very little to any base hits for the Phillies. And we're looking to change that up here today and see if the Phillies can start racking up some of these base hits and, getting right back on track, man. Joe Rocha, what's going on, my guy? Appreciate you for coming through. So good Sunday to you. Appreciate you for coming through, Joe Rocha. Be sure to hit that like button if you haven't done so, my guy. Appreciate you for coming through the stream. But guys, drop your score predictions for Game 3 down in the chat. Who takes Game 3? Series tiebreaker. Who takes Game 3 and wins the series? Let me know. Let me know who takes Game 3 and wins the series, guys. Let me know who takes Game 3. Who do you guys think is going to take Game 3? Phillies or Mets? Appreciate the 4 people for already watching. If y'all haven't done so, hit that like button on the stream and hit that subscribe button if you guys are new to the channel. And be sure to share out the stream so we can bring more viewers up in this chat. Guys, also, yesterday, right before my stream started last night, we hit 400 subscribers. Appreciate everybody for hitting that sub button and continuing to show big support to the channel. As if you guys are new to the channel, every 100 subscribers now, we shout a particular person out that has continued to support the channel every time we get every 100 subscribers. So the 400 subscriber shout out event is today, and then 500, 600, 700, 800, etc. So, at the end of the day, we're going to shuffle these around, and we're going to shout somebody out. And whoever also gets shouted out, guys, their link will be put in the chat so you guys can go ahead and support their channel, man. If they do have a channel, of course, because some of these people might not have channels, but just continue to support, man. So, at the end of the day, it's all good stuff. We're hopefully ready to do this. I'm continuing to shuffle them up right now. Right before the Phillies game, I wanted to do this, yesterday, but wasn't prepared and then, wasn't know if we were going to have 400 subscribers last night. Turns out we did hit 400 subscribers. And, we're doing this today, continuing to shuffle these around here. Shuffle these bad boys around. Make sure I didn't drop any on the floor. I continue to shuffle them around, guys. A lot of good shuffling is needed. I had to make sure I didn't drop any on the floor to make it a fair chance for everyone that's in this hat. All right, we're going to pull one out. We got one right here. We got one right here, ladies and gentlemen. Stick the hat right there. Make sure that doesn't fall. And the shout-out winner for 400 subscribers is... Hopefully y'all can see it. Hopefully the glare doesn't show. But it is Brokey711, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations to my guy, Brokey711. And if you ever watch this on the second time around, Brokey711, or if you come into the stream this time around, just to let you know, give me a shout out on the channel. Appreciate all your support, my guy. And appreciate you for being a loyal supporter of the channel, man. So appreciate you for being a loyal supporter of the channel, but just everybody in general. Appreciate all the support that you guys have been giving me to this channel. But we had to shout out someone in particular, and that was Brokey711. I'm going to see if he does still have a channel or not. And if he does, I'll put his link in the chat, so just give me 1 second, guys. Alright, guys, so I just posted the link to Brokey711's channel since he won the shout-out event. The link is right here if you guys want to go ahead and sum him up. He doesn't do content yet. Has 17 subscribers, doesn't do content yet. But hopefully he gets back on the grind soon, because I forget if he started putting videos out or not, and then just kind of like took a break, and it's like, you know what, I'm done. But here's the link to Brokey711's channel. Be sure to go sum him up, man. I think the Phillies will come through. We'll see tonight. We'll see how tonight turns out. But yeah, guys, hopefully y'all are also enjoying your Sunday afternoon, man. Hopefully y'all are enjoying your Sunday afternoon. Let's see if the Phillies can get a W here today to make this Sunday afternoon better for, not just for myself, but for you guys as well. See if the Phillies can get that win. Game should start here in a few minutes. Backstage Baseball, what's going on, my guy? I appreciate you for coming through. Said I'm a Yankees fan, but it popped up in my recommends. Hey, it's all good, man. It's all good. But yeah, Backstage Baseball, man. It's all right if you're a Yankees fan, man. We welcome all fans into this chat, you know. We welcome all fans of all sports, you know. We welcome all the respectful ones. As long as you're respectful and always, you know, respecting the chat, you're always welcome here, man. And if you haven't done so, Backstage Baseball, be sure to hit that like button, stream, and subscribe to the channel if you're new, my guys, since I don't recognize your account. As the Phillies starting lineup comes in here for today, we have Bryson Stott, Rhys Hoskins, Alec Bohm, JT Realmuto, Nick Castellanos, Derek Hall, Gene Segura, Brandon Marsh, and Matt Vierling starting here for the Philadelphia Phillies here today. So basically, this is pretty much the same starting lineup that we had last night against these Mets. Only thing that changes is the starting pitcher for the Phillies. But Chris Bassitt drawing the start here for the Mets in terms of the pitching side of things. 21 starts for him this season, a 9-7 record, 130 innings pitched, a 3.39 ERA, 129 strikeouts, and 34 walks this season for Chris Bassitt. Let's get it going, man. Of course, I have a channel as well, over 210,000 viewers. Hey, Backstage Baseball, man. Seems like you have that knowledge if you have 210,000 viewers over on your end. So be sure to hit that like button, sub to the channel if you haven't done so. Backstage Baseball. Appreciate you for coming through the stream, my guy. We continue to grind things out as Bryson Stott's ready to get this one underway. And the first pitch by Bassitt to Stott. That will go upstairs, and that will be 1 ball, no strikes to the direction of Bryson Stott. The 1-0 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassitt. Bryson Stott with 7 home runs, 37 RBIs on the season, and a .219 batting average as on the 1-1 pitch is a swing and a miss by Bryson Stott. The 1-1 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassitt. Ball pitch coming up here from Chris Bassitt to Bryson Stott. And the 1-1 pitch by Bassitt. That's going to be lifted out towards left field, and it's going to be comfortably caught here by number 19 for the New York Mets. And this will be our number 1 of the inning here for the Philadelphia Phillies. Love seeing up-and-coming YouTubers having your support. Yeah, appreciate you for coming through Backstage Baseball. Appreciate you. I just wanted to show my support. I'm heading out to the studio now, but I have my eye on you. Hey, appreciate you for coming through Backstage Baseball. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so, my guy. But the first pitch, Rhys Hoskins at the batter for the Phillies, as the first pitch by Chris Bassitt will be fouled back, and this will be no balls and 1 strike to the direction of Rhys Hoskins. The 0-1 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassitt. Backstage Baseball, if you're still in the chat, man, sub up the channel if you haven't done so. Appreciate the subscription, Backstage Baseball. Appreciate that. And the 0-1 pitch by Bassitt. We fouled back once again, and this will be no balls and 2 strikes now to the direction of Rhys Hoskins. The 0-2 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassitt. Rhys Hoskins looking to drop a base hit here for the Phillies. And the 0-2 pitch by Bassitt will be fouled towards the right side. That was a 94-mile-per-hour four-seam. And this will result in no balls and 2 strikes to the direction of Rhys Hoskins. The 0-2 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassitt. Well, Chris Bassitt was also off balance on the pitch as well, so that was the reason that kind of resulted in what was a foul ball by Rhys Hoskins, as the 0-2 pitch is going to be outside, and this will be 1 ball and 2 strikes down to the direction of Rhys Hoskins. The 1-2 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassitt. Alec Bohm on deck here for the Phillies. Rhys Hoskins getting ready for the 1-2 pitch by Bassitt. And the 1-2 pitch going to be outside, and this will be 2 balls and 2 strikes to the direction of Rhys Hoskins. The 2-2 pitch coming up here once again from Chris Bassitt. Rhys Hoskins' decision-making, though, is looking good so far. He swung at the pitches that he needed to swing, and hasn't swung at pitches that he doesn't need to swing. And the 2-2 pitch, that's going to be pulled off to the left side. It's going to result in a foul. This will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes to the direction of Rhys Hoskins. Once again, the 2-2 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassitt. Guys, as you're coming in here, man, we got 9 people in this chat. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. And the 2-2 pitch to Hoskins. That'll be a foul ball once again. And this will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes to the direction of Rhys Hoskins. The 2-2 pitch once again coming up here from Chris Bassitt. Keep in mind, guys, 1 out here in the top of the first inning here for the Phillies. Just one out. And the 2-2 pitch to Hoskins will be fouled away once again. And this will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes to the direction of Rhys Hoskins. The 2-2 pitch once again coming up here from Chris Bassett for what feels like the 8 millionth time. I have my own channel where I have a big following as well as I work for an ESPN broadcast for statistics, but I do broadcast postseason games. And now, nice meeting you. I appreciate you for coming through Backstage Baseball, and that's cool that you do that, man. As the 2-2 pitch is a swing and a miss, that's a called strike 3. And that'll be the first strikeout of the day here for Chris Bassett. And this will bring on Alec Bohm here for the Philadelphia Phillies. That was a pretty high breaking ball. It was barely missed by Rhys Hoskins right there. Barely missed by Rhys Hoskins, man. But Alec Bohm is up the batter for the Philadelphia Phillies. Alec Bohm with 8 home runs, 48 RBIs, and a .289 batting average this season for Alec Bohm. And the first pitch to Bohm will result in a ball, and this will be 1 ball, no strikes to the direction of Alec Bohm. The 1-0 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassett. Or Charles Bassett, I think it is. And the 1-0 pitch to Bohm will result in a strike, and this will be 1 ball, 1 strike to the direction of Alec Bohm. The 1-1 pitch coming up here from Charles Bassett. It's either Chris or Charles, man. It's one of 2. Chris. And the 1-1 pitch to Bohm. That'll be caught. That'll be a comfortable play right there. Easy inning. 1-2-3 inning right there from the Mets to kick things off. Not a good start from the Phillies, though. No hits. Still a scoreless game. Phillies will be scoreless, and the Mets will coming up to begin the bottom of the first. Guys, keep hitting that like button, man. We got 6 or 7 people in this chat. We got 8 people in the chat and just 3 likes, man. There's 4 people haven't hit that like button on the stream. But yeah, guys, rough start for the Phillies right out the gate. Hopefully Zach Wheeler comes through and holds these Mets down. This will be Zach Wheeler facing his former team today as well, guys. Zach Wheeler up against his former team. So this is mainly the Zach Wheeler game. So yeah, guys, the Phillies are pretty much going with the same starting lineup as what they had yesterday against these Mets. And the Mets, I think, have made a few changes to their lineup, which is going to be coming up. But yeah, guys, if y'all haven't done so, man, hit that like button on the stream, hit that subscribe button if you guys are new to the channel, man. Always been grinding it out lately, man. Been continuing to grind out content for you guys. What I'm here for. With Zach Wheeler up to pitch here for the Phillies. 21 starts this season for Zach Wheeler. 11-5 win-loss record for him. 126 innings pitched, an ERA of 2.63. 137 strikeouts and just 28 walks from Zach Wheeler. As the first pitch by Wheeler will go outside, and this will be 1 ball, no strikes to the direction of... Can't tell who it is to start things off here. And the 1-0 pitch coming up here towards Brandon Nimmo. That is who is up for the Mets. And the 1-0 pitch will result in a strike, and this will be 1 ball, 1 strike to the direction of Brandon Nimmo. The 1-1 pitch coming up here from Zach Wheeler. Brandon Nimmo has 10 home runs, 40 RBIs on the season, and a .264 batting average on the season as well for the Mets this season. As the 1-1 pitch will go out towards right field, but this is going to be off the top of the fence, thrown towards second base. And that's a rough start here for Zach Wheeler against his former team. That was a few inches away from going out of the yard and giving the Mets a lead. But yeah, that was a few inches off, man. That was a few inches off from going out of the yard to start it off here for the Mets. Starling Marte up to bat here for the New York Mets. And the first pitch from Wheeler to Marte will result in a strike. This will be no balls and 1 strike to the direction of Starling Marte. The 0-1 pitch coming up here from Zach Wheeler. Starling Marte with 12 home runs, 51 RBIs this season, and a .292 batting average this season as well from Starling Marte. And the 0-1 pitch to Marte, that'll be bounced towards the middle. Stott has it. There's the first base. It's in time for out number 1 of the inning here. It's going to be out number 1 here for the Mets. But the Mets are in big-time scoring position. They already have Brandon Nimmo sitting at third base here for the Mets so far. And they have Francisco Lindor to bat here for the Mets. Francisco Lindor with 20 home runs, 81 RBIs this season, and a .268 batting average this season from Francisco Lindor. If Lindor puts up a base hit, he automatically gives the Mets the lead, because Brandon Nimmo will come home. And the first pitch to Lindor, that will be a fly ball out towards right field. This one was going to drop for a base hit, and the Mets will have a lead on that note. Francisco Lindor drops a base hit. Not going to lie, got to give him props right there. That was a nice base hit by Francisco Lindor. And it's a 1-0 lead here for these Mets to kick things off. Just got to change the scoreboard, guys. Just waiting for this to load real quick. There we go. Now we're good. As Pete Alonso's up to bat here for the New York Mets, and the first pitch to Pete Alonso results in a strike, and this will be no balls and 1 strike to the direction of Pete Alonso. The 0-1 pitch coming up here from Zach Wheeler. Pete Alonso with a .281 batting average so far this season for these Mets. The 0-1 pitch coming up here from Zach Wheeler to Pete Alonso. And the 0-1 pitch by Wheeler. We fouled back, and this will be no balls and 2 strikes to the direction of Pete Alonso. The 0-2 pitch coming up here from Zach Wheeler. So the 0-1 pitch is fouled back. Results in no balls and 2 strikes now to Pete Alonso. But the pitch coming up here from Wheeler to Alonso. We're getting set for the 0-2 pitch. And the 0-2 pitch by Wheeler is going to be a fly ball out towards right center field. But that's going to be caught by Brandon Marsh. Francisco Lindor will go back towards first. And Pete Alonso Gets a pop out here for the second out of the inning. Two outs here in the inning for the Mets. Daniel Vogelbach up to bat here for the New York Mets. 14 home runs, 44 RBIs on the season for him, and a .242 batting average this season for Daniel Vogelbach. Vogelbach getting ready for the first pitch by Zach Wheeler. Wheeler throws it to first base towards Rhys Hoskins, where Wheeler's catching Francisco Lindor off the base, as what they usually do these days. They do it all the time. Whoop-de-doo. But Daniel Vogelbach getting ready for the first pitch by Zach Wheeler. And the first pitch by Wheeler to Vogelbach will be just a little bit outside, and that'll be 1-0 no strikes to the direction of Daniel Vogelbach. The 1-0 pitch coming up here from Zach Wheeler. One-0 pitch coming up here from Wheeler to Vogelbach. And the 1-0 pitch, I'll be outside again, and that'll be 2 balls and no strikes now to the direction of Daniel Vogelbach. The 2-0 pitch coming up here from Zach Wheeler once again. Zach Wheeler's got to straighten up. He doesn't have time to do it. Aaron Nola had to get dialed in too. I can understand that, but Zach Wheeler is the best pitcher we have on the team. So I expect him to straighten up here faster than what he is right now. As the 2-0 pitch will get inside the virtual box, that will be ruled a strike. This will be 2 balls and 1 strike now to the direction of Daniel Vogelbach. The 2-1 pitch coming up here from Zach Wheeler. That's a much better looking pitch by Wheeler. I've got to keep that up, especially for the fact that he is our best pitcher on the team. Got to keep it up. And the 2-1 pitch by Wheeler. That'll go upstairs, and that will be 3 balls and 1 strike to the direction of Daniel Vogelbach. The 3-1 pitch coming up here from Zach Wheeler. Zach Wheeler has to get out of the habit of what Aaron Nola was doing yesterday and has to start straightening out these pitches, man. Got to straighten out these pitches, and he's got to do it quick. Got to get out of Aaron Nola's habit, man. As the 3-1 pitch is going to be a swing and a foul tip. This will be 3 balls and 2 strikes now to the direction of Daniel Vogelbach. The 3-2 full count pitch coming up here from Zach Wheeler. Zach Wheeler looking for the strikeout here against Daniel Vogelbach. Zach Wheeler getting set for the 3-2 full count pitch. And the 3-2 full count pitch by Wheeler will be fouled off towards foul territory. Alec Boehm has it. That's out number 3 of the inning here for the Philadelphia Phillies. 1 run scored that inning on that note from the Mets. This will be a 1-0 lead for the New York Mets as we go to the top of the 2nd inning. But yeah, guys, just changed the scoreboard, man. If y'all haven't done so, man, we got 5 people in this chat. So if y'all haven't done so, hit that like button on the stream and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Just surpassed 400 subscribers. We're currently now at 405. We got 2 more people signed up to the channel. Appreciate that. And the winner was Brokey711, who won the shout-out event, which I think it was the 10th one. So appreciate Brokey711 for being a great supporter of the channel, man. Guys, if you want to subscribe to Brokey711's channel, the link's right here, but it's in the chat, man. Thomas Blotz, what's going on, my guy? Appreciate you for coming through. So good afternoon, BSG. Go Phillies. Yes, sir, man. Let's go Phillies, man. Be sure to hit the like button if you haven't done so, Thomas. Appreciate you for coming through the stream. As we get ready to begin the top of the second inning here, as they continue to talk about their sponsors, getting paid for the sponsors constantly are the commentators and everyone in the MLB, man. So Chris Bassett ready to go here against JT Realmuto. And the first pitch by Chris Bassett will result in a ball, and this will be one ball, no strikes to the direction of JT Realmuto. The 1-0 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassett. Bleacher, what's going on? Appreciate you for coming through. So big congratulations on 400 plus subscribers. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. And the 1-0 pitch by Bassett will result in a strike, and this will be one ball, one strike to the direction of JT Realmuto. The 1-1 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassett. And the 1-1 pitch by Bassett is a swing and a miss by JT Realmuto. It was the right time to swing that because either way, it probably would have been a strike either way if JT Realmuto didn't swing and didn't hit it. But at the end of the day, JT Realmuto had to swing that one on that note. So he basically had no choice right there because that was an ace pitch by Chris Bassett. Now the 1-2 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassett to JT Realmuto. Realmuto getting ready for the 1-2 pitch here by Chris Bassett. And the 1-2 pitch by Bassett will be a curveball towards third base. It'll be thrown to first base, and that'll be in time for out number 1 of the inning here. As JT Realmuto was too slow to get to first base. 1 out here in the inning for the Philadelphia Phillies. Nick Castellanos at the bat here for the Phillies. 10 home runs, 54 RBIs on the season, and a .256 batting average this season for the Phillies so far. Looking to add on to that here today. The first pitch from Bassett to Castellanos will be fouled back, and this will be no balls and 1 strike to the direction of Nick Castellanos. The 0-1 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassett. And Castellanos getting set here for the 0-1 pitch by Chris Bassett. And the 0-1 pitch by Castellanos will be low, and this will be 1 ball, 1 strike to the direction of Nick Castellanos. The 1-1 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassett. And the 1-1 pitch by Bassett to Castellanos. That'll be out towards center field. That'll be a line drive, and that'll drop for a base hit. Castellanos go to first base. And that'll be a single here for Nick Castellanos. Derek Hall now up to bat here for the Phillies, looking to do the same thing that Nick Castellanos did. Derek Hall on the season so far for the Phillies since being called up from Lehigh Valley has put up 8 home runs, 15 RBIs, and a .267 batting average this season for the Phillies. Has been solid coming out of Lehigh Valley since being called up by Philadelphia. Again, guys, Lehigh Valley is the Philadelphia Phillies minor league team. And the first pitch from Bassett to Hall will result in a ball, and this will be 1 ball, no strikes to the direction of Derek Hall. The 1-0 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassett. And the 1-0 pitch by Bassett will be fouled towards left side. This will be 1 ball and 1 strike now to the direction of Derek Hall. The 1-1 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassett. And the 1-1 pitch to Hall will be fouled back, and this will be 1 ball and 2 strikes now to the direction of Derek Hall. The 1-2 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassett. One-two pitch coming up here from Chris Bassett to Derek Hall. And the 1-2 pitch to Hall. That'll be a little bit upstairs, and that will be 2 balls and 2 strikes to the direction of Derek Hall. The 2-2 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassett. Two-two pitch coming up here from Bassett to Hall. Hall getting set here for the 2-2 pitch from Chris Bassett. And the 2-2 pitch. That'll be pulled on the ground towards between first and second. Chance at a double play. It is a double play here from the New York Mets to end off the top of the second inning. The Mets said, we're not allowing you guys to get on the board. And they proved it right there in the top of the second inning after the first out. But I believe it was Bryson Stott. But we go to the bottom of the second inning where the Mets still lead a 1-0 over the Philadelphia Phillies. Yeah, guys, again, appreciate everybody for coming through the stream. If y'all haven't done so, hit that like button on the stream and hit that subscribe button if you guys are new to the channel, man. Continuing to grind out content for you guys. Been doing it consistently like there is no tomorrow, man. So if you guys want consistent content, sub up to the channel, man. Been keeping on grinding it out for you guys. Guys, we got 5 likes on this thing. We're halfway to 10 likes, man. We got 6 likes. Everyone keep hitting that like button. Let's go. Everyone keep hitting that like button. We got 6 likes on the like button right now. Let's keep it going. But yeah, guys, we go to the top of the second, or rather the bottom of the second here, where the Mets maintain a 1-0 lead over the Philadelphia Phillies. Oh, we got this junk. Oh, it's one of these people, isn't it? See ya. It's just one of those weird trolls, man. It's just one of those weird trolls. Lowest starters ERA since April 28th. Zach Wheeler has the 3rd lowest. Zach Wheeler with the 3rd lowest, man. With Zach Wheeler ranked to begin the bottom of the second inning here for the Philadelphia Phillies. And the first pitch by Wheeler in the inning will result in a strike, and this will be no balls and 1 strike to the direction of number 19, which number 19 is, last name is Kanha. And the 0-1 pitch from Wheeler to Kanha will result in a ball, and this will be 1 ball and 1 strike to the direction of Kanha. The 1-1 pitch coming up here from Zach Wheeler. Mark Kanha this season for the New York Mets. 7 home runs, 38 RBIs in the season, and a .262 batting average this season for the Mets. And this will be a ground ball to shortstop from Mark Kanha. It'll be thrown to first base. That'll be in time for out number 1 of the inning here for these New York Mets. And this will bring on the next one here for the Mets. One out in the inning here. 1 out in the inning here for the Mets. Louis Guillorme up to bat here for the Mets. 2 home runs, 13 RBIs on the season, and a .281 batting average this season here for the New York Mets. And the first pitch from Wheeler to Guillorme will result in a strike, and this will be no balls, 1 strike to the direction of Louis Guillorme. The 0-1 pitch coming up here from Zach Wheeler. William Serrano, what's going on, my guy? Appreciate you for coming through. So let's go Mets. Now let's go Phillies, man. But William Serrano, appreciate you for coming through the stream. Be sure to hit that like button. And since I didn't recognize your account, my guy, hit that subscribe button to the channel. Master Yoda, what's going on? Appreciate you for coming through as well. So let's go Phillies. You already know. You already know what it is. And the 1-1 pitch towards Galorn will be a ground ball once again to shortstop. Will throw it to first base in time for out number 2 of the inning here for these Mets. And the Phillies continuing to get it done here in the outfield. Phillies continuing to get it done in the outfield, man. That's what I like to see. Guys, see it's the same thing on the infield as well. Master Yoda, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, my guy. I appreciate you for coming through the stream as well. Getting a lot of new viewers, man. Appreciate y'all for coming through. But Jeff McNeil off the bat here for the New York Mets. First pitch from Wheeler to McNeil will result in a strike, and this will be no balls and 1 strike to the direction of Jeff McNeil. The 0-1 pitch coming up here from Zach Wheeler. Jeff McNeil so far this season with 7 home runs, 46 RBIs, and a .307 batting average this season for him. As the 0-1 pitch will be fouled back, it will hit JC Realmuto on the face mask, and there will be no balls and 2 strikes to the direction of Jeff McNeil. The 0-2 pitch coming up here from Zach Wheeler. You did both, Master Yoda. You hit the like and subscribe, my man. We couldn't make contact. It was like we weren't keeping our eye on the ball the whole game. It sucked. Yeah. Yeah, we just couldn't get the base hits that we wanted yesterday, man. That's why we lost the game yesterday. That's why we lost the game yesterday. We couldn't get base hits, but we were doing well in the outfield. As the 0-2 pitch will result in 1 ball and 2 strikes as that one goes upstairs, and that'll be 1 ball and 2 strikes to the direction of Jeff McNeil. The 1-2 pitch coming up here from Zach Wheeler. And the 1-2 pitch by Wheeler. It'll be a fly ball towards left center field, and this will be called by Brandon Marsh. That'll be out number 3 of the inning to end off the second inning here between the Phillies and the Mets. That'll end the Mets' run here in the bottom of the half of the second inning. As we go to the top of the third, Mets still lead at 1-0 over the Philadelphia Phillies. Gotta change the scoreboard here, guys, so just give me 1 second. Those pitchers duel. We'll see. I mean, it was a good battle yesterday between Jacob deGrom and Aaron Nola. That was a great battle of pitchers, man. That was a great battle yesterday. But Jacob deGrom gets the W. Again, got to give Jacob deGrom kudos for the performance that he put up yesterday. I got to give him props, man. Jacob deGrom was working his butt off yesterday, and, he just found a way to, get to the Phillies, even though Aaron Nola did a solid job as well. Jacob deGrom was the one. Jacob deGrom was just able to get it done more than Aaron Nola did, but Zach Wheeler is our best pitcher on the roster, man, in my personal opinion. And I think everyone could agree with me on that. I mean, Aaron Nola is probably the second best pitcher, and then you have Ranger Suarez as the third best pitcher on the team. Yeah, it was great. Yeah, Nola pitched great as well. I'm just saying the reason why Phillies lost the game was because they couldn't get base hits going when they were going out to bat. So basically, their performance in the top half of the inning, in their half of the innings, which was the top half, they all take blame. They all take blame in terms of trying to hit the baseball, man. Guys, we need 2 more likes to 10 likes, man. Can we get this thing to 10 likes? Here we go. Gene Segura at the bat here for the Philadelphia Phillies. First pitch resulting into a strike. So the 0-1 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassett. And the 0-1 pitch will be fouled towards the right side. And this will be no balls and 2 strikes to the direction of Gene Segura. The 0-2 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassett. Gene Segura with 7 home runs, 20 RBIs on the season, and a .279 batting average this season for Gene Segura. Gene Segura needed a second. The home plate umpire telling Chris Bassitt to wait. And the 0-2 pitch by Bassitt will be fouled back once again, and this will once again be no balls and 2 strikes to the direction of Gene Segura. The 0-2 pitch once again coming up here from Chris Bassitt. And so you said hopefully we can wake up and hit the ball this game. Also, is Schwarber in, or is he just pinch hitting again? He might be pinch hitting, but he's not in the starting lineup right now. He could be pinch hitting, though. I don't know if he's going to pinch hit or not in this game. Because, again, he's still dealing with, I think it was a calf injury that he had, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's what it was. And the 0-2 pitch to Segura will go upstairs. And this will be 1 ball and 2 strikes once again to Gene Segura. The 1-2 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassitt. Chris Bassitt getting right here for the 1-2 pitch to Gene Segura. Yeah, calf sprain. That's what it was, calf sprain. And the 1-2 pitch is going to be a breaking ball towards center field, but that's going to be in time for round number 1 of the inning for the Philadelphia Phillies. It was a ground ball by Gene Segura towards shortstop, throwing to first base in time for out number 1 of the inning here for the Philadelphia Phillies. Yeah, Master Yoda, you're right. It was a calf sprain. That's right. I mean, Kyle Schwarber, who knows if Kyle Schwarber's going to play? Is he going to play a little bit? I mean, I don't know if Rob Thompson's going to just, throw him in. But, I mean, if someone's messing up in the hitting, they might force Schwarber to go in. They might. We don't know, though. And here we go. The first pitch to Brandon Marsh now as Brandon Marsh is up to bat. First pitch to Brandon Marsh will go outside, and this will be 1 ball and no strikes to the direction of Brandon Marsh. The 1-0 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassitt. And the 1-0 pitch to Brandon Marsh will result in a ball. And this will be 2 balls and no strikes to the direction of Brandon Marsh. The 2-0 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassitt. Guys, appreciate the 10 people in the chat, man. We need 1 more like to 10 likes. Someone hasn't hit that like button, man. Hit that like button if you haven't done so. And the 2-0 pitch to Marsh. That'll go outside again, and that will be 3 balls and no strikes to the direction of Brandon Marsh. The 3-0 pitch now coming up here from Chris Bassitt. The 3-0 pitch to Marsh. That'll get inside the virtual box that time, and that will be 3 balls and 1 strike to the direction of Brandon Marsh. The 3-1 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassitt. And the 3-1 pitch to Brandon Marsh will result in a ball that will be going upstairs. And that'll be ball 4 to put Brandon Marsh on first base here for the Phillies. So yeah, guys, Brandon Marsh is on first base here for the Phillies as he will be walked by Chris Bassitt. And now Matt Vierling up to the plate here for the Philadelphia Phillies. 4 home runs, 17 RBIs for him this season, and a .225 batting average this season for Matt Vierling. Keep in mind, guys, just 1 out here in the inning as the first pitch by Chris Bassitt will result in a strike, and this will be no balls and 1 strike to the direction of Chris Bassitt. The 0-1 pitch coming up here from Matt Vierling. Yeah, it's true. We're making contact this game. That's true. And our decision-making is looking better. We're making contact this game. I like that. And the 0-1 pitch here towards Vierling will result in strike 2. And this will be no balls and 2 strikes to the direction of Matt Vierling. The 0-2 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassitt. Guys, appreciate the 11 people in the chat, man. Be sure to keep hitting the like button, subscribe to the channel, man. The 0-2 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassitt to Matt Vierling. And the 0-2 pitch. That was a curveball, 72-mile-per-hour curveball from Chris Bassitt. Goes way outside the box. Was not even close whatsoever to where it needed to be. This will be 1 ball and 2 strikes to the direction of Matt Vierling. The 1-2 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassitt. Just hope the Phillies can find a way to get the job done, man. 1-2 pitch coming up here from Veerling to Bassett. Player umpire telling Bassett to just give Matt Veerling a second. Guys, now we need 2 more likes to 10, man. I know 3 people haven't hit the like button, so we have 11 people in the chat. As the 1-2 pitch will be a swing and a miss and a call strike 3 here towards Matt Veerling. Down on strikes was Matt Veerling. And now this will be 2 outs in the inning here for the Phillies against Chris Bassett. Guys, we need 2 more likes to 10, man. We originally needed 1, and then someone must have accidentally hit that like button to not like the live stream, man. But Bryson Stott back into the player for the Philadelphia Phillies as we go to the top of the order. Bryson Stott's 0 for 1 with a fly out in the first inning. And the first pitch towards Bryson Stott will result in a ball, and this will be 1 ball, no strikes to the direction of Bryson Stott. The 1-0 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassett. One-0 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassett to Bryson Stott. Bryson Stott getting ready for the 1-0 pitch, and the 1-0 pitch by Bassett will result in a strike, and this will be strike 1 towards Bryson Stott, and this will be 1 ball and 1 strike to Stott, and the 1-1 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassett to Bryson Stott. Stott getting ready for the 1-1 pitch here from Chris Bassett. But Bassett throws it towards first base where Pete Alonso is. Saw Brandon Marsh taking off, but Marsh gets back to first base safely. Doesn't get it costed out. And the 1-1 pitch coming up here from Bassett to Stott. And once again, Bassett keeping an eye on first base, man. Bassett continues to keep an eye on first base here, where Brandon Marsh is located. And that's where Pete Alonso is also at as well here for the New York Mets. The 1-1 pitch once again coming up here from Bassett to Stott. And the 1-1 pitch will be a ground ball towards right field. And this will be a throw across over his body. That'll be in time for out number 3 of the inning here against the Philadelphia Phillies. And this will end off the inning here for the Phils. 1 hit for the Phillies. No runs scored for the Phillies. As we go to the bottom of the 3rd, Mets still maintain a 1-run lead. But yeah, guys, we're going to the bottom of the 3rd. Phillies still down by 1 run to these Mets. Watch this be another 1-0 final score here, and watch the Mets just take this one. Can't do that. We need to be making contact with the ball, man. We need to be making contact with the baseball. Let's go. But yeah, guys, we have 9 likes on this stream, man. We need 1 more like to 10. 1 more like to 10 likes, man. Guys, we have 10 likes on the stream now, so appreciate everybody for hitting that like button, man. Appreciate everybody for hitting the like button on the stream. Zach Wheeler in his last 7 starts has a record of 5-1, an ERA of 2.17, 45 innings pitched, 9 walks, 43 strikeouts, a WHIP of 9/10. And I think there was one more statistic, but couldn't get on there to reading it. But McCann up to bat here for the New York Mets. And the first pitch from Wheeler to McCann will result in a strike, and this will be no balls and 1 strike to the direction of McCann. The 0-1 pitch coming up here from Zach Wheeler. James McCann with 2 home runs, 12 RBIs on the season, and a .188 batting average this season for James McCann. And the 0-1 pitch to McCann will result in a ball, and this will be 1 ball and 1 strike to the direction of James McCann. The 1-1 pitch once again coming up here from Zach Wheeler. And the 1-1 pitch to McCann will be resulting in a foul ball. And this will be 1 ball and 2 strikes now to the direction of James McCann. The 1-2 pitch coming up here from Zach Wheeler. Jacob deGrom played great yesterday. 10 strikeouts for him, 8 strikeouts from Nola. Almost 100 pitches by Aaron Nola last night as well. And the 1-2 pitch by Wheeler, that will go upstairs, and that will be 2 balls and 2 strikes to the direction of James McCann. The 2-2 pitch once again coming up here from Zach Wheeler. Brandon Nimmo on deck here for the New York Mets, as they're going to get ready to go to the top of the order, as on the 2-2 pitch will be resulting in a foul ball from James McCann. And the 2-2 pitch once again coming up here from Zach Wheeler. The 2-2 pitch coming up here from Wheeler to McCann. And the 2-2 pitch by Wheeler. James McCann will just get a piece of that, and this will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes to the direction of James McCann. The 2-2 pitch coming up here from Zach Wheeler. But James McCann getting ready for the 2-2 pitch, and the 2-2 pitch by Wheeler will be popped up. It's going back, but this one's going to bounce into the stands. And all Mets fans are excited to pick up a baseball. That cut fell back. Two-two pitch coming up here from Wheeler to James McCann. 7 pitches this at bat, 4 foul balls from Wheeler to McCann. As the 2-2 pitch is going to go outside and low, and that'll be 3 balls and 2 strikes to the direction of James McCann. The 3-2 full count pitch coming up here from Zach Wheeler. And the 3-2 full count pitch will be going up towards center field, but this will be comfortably caught here by Brandon Marsh looking into the sun. And that'll be the first out of the inning here for the New York Mets. And now they go back to the side of the order where Brandon Nimmo will step up to the plate here for the Phillies. Or rather the Mets, I should say. Brandon Nimmo's 1 for 1 with a double in the first, resulting in a run. And the first pitch from Wheeler to Nimmo will go outside, and that'll be 1 ball and no strikes to the direction of Brandon Nimmo. The 1-0 pitch coming up here from Zach Wheeler. One-0 pitch coming up here from Wheeler to Brandon Nimmo. And the 1-0 pitch by Wheeler will be fouled down towards the right side. That'll be 1 ball and 1 strike now to the direction of Brandon Nimmo. The 1-1 pitch coming up here from Zach Wheeler. 1-1 pitch coming up here from Wheeler to Nimmo on the 1-1 pitch. That'll go upstairs, and that will be 2 balls and 1 strike to the direction of Brandon Nimmo. The 2-1 pitch coming up here from Zach Wheeler. Zach Wheeler looking for the strikeout here. Does he even have a strikeout here so far today? I don't think so. Zach Wheeler doesn't have any strikeouts so far today, as on the 2-1 pitch is going to now result in 3 balls and 1 strike to the direction of Brandon Nimmo. The 3-1 pitch coming up here from Zach Wheeler. Zach Wheeler does not even have a strikeout yet for the Phillies, guys, so that's kind of a little odd to see your best pitcher not have a strikeout yet for your team. And the 3-1 pitch by Wheeler, that'll be a fair ball towards first base. Rhys Hoskins will tag the base, and that will be 2 outs here in the inning for the Philadelphia Phillies. And 2 outs in the inning, actually, for the Mets, I should say. Two outs from the Phillies to the Mets is what I'm trying to get out of my mouth. But Starling Marte at the bat here for the New York Mets. He's 0 for 1 with the ground out in the first inning. And the first pitch from Wheeler to Marte will result in a strike. And this will be no balls and 1 strike to the direction of Starling Marte. The 0-1 pitch coming up here from Zach Wheeler. And the 0-1 pitch by Wheeler to Marte. That will go outside, and that will be 1 ball and 1 strike to the direction of Starling Marte. The 1-1 pitch coming up here from Zach Wheeler. And the 1-1 pitch by Wheeler. That'll go outside again, and that will be 2 balls and 1 strike to the direction of Starling Marte. The 2-1 pitch coming up here from Zach Wheeler. Wheeler's got to adjust, man, and it's shocking to see that Wheeler doesn't have a strikeout yet so far here in this game. And the 2-1 pitch to Marte, we fouled back, and this will be 2 balls and 2 strikes now to the direction of Starling Marte. The 2-2 pitch coming up here from Zach Wheeler. Starling Marte getting ready for the 2-2 pitch coming from Zach Wheeler. Zach Wheeler still looking for his first strikeout here of the afternoon. And the 2-2 pitch from Wheeler to Marte. That'll be a ground ball towards shortstop. Bryson Stott has it. Throws to first base. That'll be in time for out number 3 of the inning for the New York Mets. That'll end off the 3rd inning for the Mets. 2 hits, still 1-0 Mets. As we go to the top of the 4th, Mets still maintain a 1-run lead. All right, guys, top of the 4th inning, ready to begin here. Rhys Hoskins is getting set to bat here for the Phillies to kick off the top of the 4th inning. Rhys Hoskins so far is 0 for 1 with the strikeout in the first inning here for the Phillies. Chris Bassitt getting set here for the first pitch to Rhys Hoskins in the top of the fourth. And the first pitch from Hoskins to Bassitt will result in a strike, and this will be no balls and 1 strike to the direction of Rhys Hoskins. The 0-1 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassitt. And the 0-1 pitch from Bassitt to Hoskins will result in a strike. And this will be no balls and 2 strikes now to the direction of Rhys Hoskins. The 0-2 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassitt. And the 0-2 pitch from Hoskins to Bassitt will be outside, and that will be 1 ball and 2 strikes to the direction of Rhys Hoskins. The 1-2 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassitt. And the 1-2 pitch from Bassitt, with the 1-2 pitch from Bassitt to Hoskins results in a ball, and this will be 2 balls and 2 strikes to the direction of Rhys Hoskins. The 2-2 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassitt. I almost like Chris Bassitt. I'm like, what the heck am I saying? Rhys Hoskins getting ready for the 2-2 pitch here from Chris Bassitt. And the 2-2 pitch from Bassitt will result in a foul ball, and this will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes from Bassitt to Hoskins. The 2-2 pitch once again coming up here from Chris Bassitt. And the 2-2 pitch coming up here from Bassitt to Hoskins. Bassitt still waiting, giving Hoskins a second here. Rhys Hoskins still needing a minute. As the 2-2 pitch will be fouled towards the right side, and this will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes to the direction of Rhys Hoskins. The 2-2 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassitt. And the 2-2 pitch to Hoskins will result in a ball, and this will be 3 balls and 2 strikes to the direction of Rhys Hoskins. The 3-2 full count pitch coming up here from Chris Bassitt. And the 3-2 full count pitch by Bassitt. That'll be hit towards right field. This will drop for a base hit. But this will bring Alec Bohm up here for the Phillies. Alec Bohm is 0 for 1 so far for the Phillies with a ground out in the first inning. And the first pitch from Bassitt to Bohm will result in a strike, and this will be no balls and 1 strike to the direction of Alec Bohm. The 0-1 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassitt. And the 0-1 pitch from Bassitt to Bohm, that will go out towards right field. This will drop for a base hit. Marte picks it up. Hoskins is already at second. And Bohm is at first. The big man at 6'5" for Alec Bohm. Yes, that is how tall he is, guys. Man on first, man at second. But JT Realmuto at the bat here for the Phillies. He's 0 for 1 so far here today. And this one was a towering shot, but this is a foul ball here. And JT Realmuto was getting ready to go for it all. But that would be a foul ball here from JT Realmuto. That was so close. I mean, JT Realmuto with that big high fly ball nearly resulting in a home run if that wasn't fouled off towards the left side. And the 0-1 pitch from Bassett to Hoskins will be a 93-mile-per-hour sinker. And this will be no balls and 2 strikes to the direction of JT Realmuto. The 0-2 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassett. JT Realmuto getting ready for the 0-2 pitch by Bassett. And the 0-2 pitch is swing and a miss and a call strike 3. JT Realmuto starting out with what nearly was a moonshot, resulting in 3 straight strikes from Chris Bassett and striking out JT Realmuto for what I think is his 3rd or 4th strikeout here today. That'll be strikeout number 3 so far for Chris Bassett here today. Lucas Tom, what's going on, my guy? Appreciate you for coming through. Said BLC, thanks for commenting. Can't watch today. Appreciate. No problem, Lucas. I always got you, my guy. Is the game not showing up for you, or why can't you watch the game? Because it's on NBC Sports Philly. First pitch from Bassett to Castellanos will result in a ball, and this will be 1 ball, no strikes to the direction of Nick Castellanos. The 1-0 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassett. And the 1-0 pitch from Bassett to Castellanos results in a ball, and this will be 2 balls and no strikes to the direction of Nick Castellanos. The 2-0 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassett. Now I'm at a country club by the pool. That's all. It's all good, man. It's all good. I got your back. 2-0 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassett to Nick Castellanos. And the 2-0 pitch to Castellanos will result in a ball again. That'll be low. That'll be going downstairs, and that'll be 3 balls and no strikes to the direction of Nick Castellanos. The 3-0 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassett. And the 3-0 pitch will be fouled towards left side. And that'll be 3 balls and 1 strike to the direction of Nick Castellanos. The 3-1 pitch coming up here. The 3-1 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassett. And the 3-1 pitch to Nick Castellanos will be out of play. And this will go to 3 balls and 2 strikes to the direction to Nick Castellanos. The 3-2 full count pitch coming up here from Chris Bassett. 3-2 full count pitch coming up here from Chris Bassett to Nick Castellanos. And the 3-2 full count pitch. We foul towards right side again. She'll actually go out towards right field. This will be called by Starling Marte. But that'll be 2 outs here in the inning for the. That'll be 2 outs here in the inning for the Phillies with Derek Hall up to bat for the Phils. Derek Hall's 0 for 1 with the ground, as he was grounded into DP in the second inning, so he's 0 for 1. MC said, good for you, Lucas. Enjoy. It's a nice day. Yeah, enjoy that, man. No, what's going on, my guy? Appreciate you coming through. COBSG. What are you up to today besides this? Pretty much nothing, man. Just watching the Phillies game, enjoying my Sunday. Hopefully everyone's enjoying their Sunday, man. Hopefully we all get outside. I know it's hot, but get outside, man. It might be hot, but get outside. It's a beautiful day out. Depending where you guys live, man. If it's sunny in your area, go outside and take some time, man. It's a beautiful day. And the 1-0 pitch to Hall will result in a strike, and this will be 1 ball and 1 strike to the direction of Derek Hall. The 1-1 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassett to Derek Hall. Brian C., what's going on, my guy? I appreciate you coming through. Said, hey, man, first time here. Love the energy. Sorry about your Phils. It's all good, man. I mean, we just lost by 1 run yesterday to the Mets. I know we got shut out, but no one could get the base hits together for the Phillies yesterday. But Brian C., be sure to hit that like button on stream. And since you're new to the channel for the first time here, be sure to hit that subscribe button, my guy. I appreciate you for coming through the stream. As the 1-1 pitch to Derek Hall resulted in a ball, and this will be 2 balls and 1 strike to the direction of Derek Hall. The 2-1 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassett. And the 2-1 pitch to Derek Hall will go outside again, and this will be 3 balls and 1 strike to the direction of Derek Hall. The 3-1 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassett. Three-one pitch coming up here from Bassett to Hall. And the 3-1 pitch from Bassett to Hall will be a ground ball back to the pitcher. And it'll be a looping toss to first. And that'll be 3 hits for the Phillies in that inning, but still a 1-0 lead here for the Philadelphia Phillies as we go to the bottom of the 4th, where the Mets will continue to maintain a 1-run lead. What do you mean? What do you mean which direction, Brian C? The like button's what looks like this, my guy, if you're looking for what direction you're talking about. But I don't know what you mean by which direction. But yeah, man, the Phillies got to just find a way to pick up some runs, man. I mean, we only lost last night's game just because the base hits couldn't get together from the Phillies in terms of them hitting the baseball. They couldn't hit the baseball well last night whatsoever. But yeah, guys, shout out to the 8 people in the chat. Appreciate you all for coming through the stream. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, man. Phillies got to find a way to figure things out, and they need to start doing it quick. Anywhere on Harper, they need him for a final push. In terms of Bryce Harper, man, he says that he is going to be returning September-ish, so sometime in September, Bryce Harper will make his return. And hopefully Kyle Schwarber is returning before that point when Bryce Harper will return. But Bryce Harper said that he's going to return September-ish, which is sometime in September. So he'd kind of return before the playoffs would start. So those are the last words I heard from Bryce Harper on when he's coming back, man. Zach Wheeler getting ready here for the first pitch to Francisco Lindor. And the first pitch from Wheeler to Lindor will result in a strike, and this will be no balls and one strike to the direction of Francisco Lindor. The 0-1 pitch coming up here from Zach Wheeler. We're outside and listening to your call. It's awesome. Thanks for the play-by-play. No problem, no problem. It's all good. As the 0-1 pitch to Francisco Lindor will result in a ball, and this will be 1 ball, 1 strike to the direction of Francisco Lindor. As on the 1-1 pitch, we'll be going out towards left field, but this will be comfortably caught here by Matt Vierling for out number 1 of the inning for the Mets. I think he meant to say YouTube, but appreciate the compliments. This could have been good here from Francisco Lindor, but Matt Vierling says, I'm underneath that all day long. I am underneath that all day, every day. Pete Alonso up the bat here for the Phillies. He's 0 for 1 with a fly out in the first inning for these Mets. First out of the inning, first pitch to Pete Alonso. Gets past the third baseman, and that's going to drop for a base hit here for the New York Mets, and in particular, Pete Alonso. He'll easily make his way to second base, and this will still remain 1 out in the inning here for the Phils. Brian, see if you haven't done so, my guys, sub to the channel and hit that like button. But yeah, Pete Alonso able to get that one right past the third baseman. That is Pete Alonso's 22nd double of the season here. That's Pete Alonso's 22nd double this season here for him this season for the Mets. This will be Zach Wheeler's 49th pitch of the afternoon, and the first pitch from Wheeler to Vogelbach will result in a as the first pitch to Daniel Vogelbach will result in a strike, and this will be no balls and 1 strike to the direction of Daniel Vogelbach. The 0-1 pitch coming up here from Zach Wheeler. Zach Wheeler, I think, still looking for his first strikeout of the afternoon. And the 0-1 pitch by Wheeler is going to result in a ball, and this will be 1 ball, 1 strike to the direction of Daniel Vogelbach. The 1-1 pitch coming up here from Zach Wheeler. The 1-1 pitch coming up here from Wheeler to Vogelbach. And the 1-1 pitch by Wheeler that will go upstairs, and that will be 2 balls and 1 strike to the direction of Daniel Vogelbach. The 2-1 pitch coming up here from Zach Wheeler. No, said BLSG, huge football guy here. Just wondering your thoughts on Western Kentucky's squad this year. They're not going to be the same without Bailey Zappi, my guy. I think that's where Bailey Zappi went to, Western Kentucky. But I don't think Western Kentucky is going to be the same. I think they're going to be a little bit different this year. Obviously, we know that. As the pitch looks like resulted in the ball from Zach Wheeler. Zach Wheeler is struggling here. This might be his worst start to any game by any means. But Zach Wheeler's got to pick it up. But no, to answer your question, I'm not honestly too hype on Western Kentucky this year. I think that teams, like Alabama, Georgia, and, some of these other big schools are just going to make it to the college football playoffs. And, some of these teams, like Western Kentucky's not going to be the same without Bailey Zappi, but best of luck to Bailey Zappi. I think he's with, I want to see New England right now. I think he's with the Patriots, but best of luck to Bailey Zappi, man. As the 3-1 pitch results in a swing and a miss by Vogelbach, and this will be 3 balls and 2 strikes to the direction of Vogelbach. The 3-2 full count pitch coming up here from Zach Wheeler. And the 3-2 pitch will be a foul ball towards left field, and this will remain 3 balls and 2 strikes to the direction of Daniel Vogelbach. Who's your sleeper in college football this year? Good question, Noah. Good one. Oh, man. Sleeper in college football. I'd say either Oklahoma or LSU, to be completely honest. I'm saying Oklahoma or LSU because I think Spencer Rattler could have a big year. And that'll be a swing and a miss from Daniel Vogelbach, and that will be Zach Wheeler's first strikeout of the afternoon. It took Zach Wheeler 4 innings to get a strikeout, but he finally has one here in this game for the Phillies. But no, to answer your question, I think LSU and Oklahoma, because I think Spencer Rattler can honestly have a big year this year, going into the year that he will be going into the NFL draft. And then LSU, you know, they're just a big school coming off the many years that they had with Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Terrence Marshall, all that good stuff. I think they can rebuild and they can find a way to maybe sneak into a playoff spot. But Mark Canha coming up to bat here for the New York Mets. Zach Wheeler looking for his second strikeout of the afternoon as he got his first one earlier in the game. As the first pitch from Wheeler to Canha will result in a strike, and this will be no balls and 1 strike to the direction of Mark Canha. The 0-1 pitch coming up here from Zach Wheeler. Mims Gamer, what's going on, my guy? Appreciate you for coming through. Said hello, BSG. Feeling great and happy to be back. Appreciate you for coming back, Mims Gamer. Be sure to hit that like button if you haven't done so, Mims Gamer. Appreciate you for coming through the stream. And the 0-1 pitch coming up here from Wheeler to Canha. And the 0-1 pitch is a swing and a miss. That'll be strike 2 here from Wheeler to Canha. The 0-2 pitch coming up here from Zach Wheeler to Mark Canha. Looking for a second strikeout of the afternoon is once again Zach Wheeler. O2 pitch coming up here from Wheeler to Canha. And the 0-2 pitch by Wheeler will be a ground ball. This will be a foul ball as well, so this will remain no balls and 2 strikes to the direction of Mark Canha. The 0-2 pitch once again coming up here from Zach Wheeler. Oh, here we go again. Here we go again. Round a million. We're talking about Joe Biden. Phillies are doing great recently, unlike Biden on a bike. What is the bottom of the lineup again? You mean like the last player, or what? How many players do you want me to read from the bottom of the lineup? 0-2 pitch coming up here from Zach Wheeler to Mark Canha. And the 0-2 pitch. And this will be a line drive out towards right field. That's going to draw for a base hit. Alonso's going for home. And that's going to be not in time. Wheeler cannot throw it up towards second. And this will be a 2-0 lead here for the New York Mets over the Philadelphia Phillies as they look to win this series here over the Phils. I'll just read the whole lineup for you, Mims Gamers. So the whole lineup for the Philadelphia Phillies is Bryson Stott, Rhys Hoskins, Alec Bohm, JT Realmuto, Nick Castellanos, Derek Hall, Gene Segura, Brandon Marsh, and Matt Vierling. And this one will be looped in the left field. This one's going to drop for a base hit, and the Mets will take a 3-0 lead on that note. And Mark Canha is going to come home, and the Mets are going to have a 3-0 lead. And as of right now, the Phillies are continuing to get spanked. No, says that's a great one, Lucas. BSG, I've been wondering what's your political affiliation is. Any comment? I'm not really into politics, my guys, so I'm just not going to bring that up, but I hate the current president that we have right now in the United States. Mims Gamer says just the fills up. Next off, I was typing as stupid Alonzo runs. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I got you. I got you, Mims Gamer. And the first pitch from Wheeler to McNeil will be popped up towards left field, looking for this one to be caught. This one's not going to be caught. Stop will go over the bags at left field. And this will be no balls and one strike to the direction of Jeff McNeil here from Zach Wheeler. The 0-1 pitch coming up. It's all good, Mims Gamer. It's all good, man. AJ, what's good, my guy? Appreciate you for coming through, man. And the 0-1 pitch from Wheeler to McNeil will result in a ball, and this will be 1 ball, 1 strike to the direction of Jeff McNeil. The 1-1 pitch coming up here from Zach Wheeler. One pitch coming up here from Wheeler to Jeff McNeil. Thoughts on the Lafayette football team this year? Again, not on the level of, like Ohio State, Alabama, all the big colleges, but, if they can figure things out, they can be a solid team, man. But 2-1 pitch coming up here from Wheeler to McNeil. It looks like the 1-1 pitch results in 2 balls and 1 strike to the direction of Jeff McNeil. The 2-1 pitch coming up here from Zach Wheeler. And the 2-1 pitch from Wheeler to McNeil, that will go outside again. And that will be 3 balls and 1 strike to the direction of Jeff McNeil. The 3-1 pitch coming up here from Zach Wheeler. They could if they can figure out some things and get straight, man. They got to get straight. They got to straighten up. And the 3-1 pitch to Jeff McNeil will result in a ball 4, and that'll be claiming first and second base here for the Mets as they look to get a huge lead going here. And JT Realmuto comes on the mound, and same with one of the Phillies managers. It is not Rob Thompson, though, for the Phillies. Another manager is coming on the mound here to talk with Zach Wheeler. Zach Wheeler with, in my opinion, his worst game of the year so far to start things off. He's not doing great so far in terms of the hitting. Needs to fix things up if he doesn't get pulled right here. James McCann up to bat here for the New York Mets. He's 0 for 1 with the fly out in the 3rd inning. I may miss some of the streams because I'm going to Disney World, but I will try to catch up. It's all good, Mims Gamer. It's all good, man. It's all good. Ethan KL, what's going on, my guy? Appreciate you for coming through. Said, I hope Temple wins their first game, but painful to going to games. Yeah, I'm sure it's been painful to watch some games from Temple, man. Yeah, that's for sure. Who's the all-time college football player, in your opinion? You mean like the all-time greatest college football player? First pitch from Wheeler to McCann will be a fly ball towards right center field. That one's going to drop for a base hit again. Brandon Marsh needs to pick it up, but the runners are going home once again here from the New York Mets. And try to get it towards Realmuto. It goes off the glove of Realmuto. And the Mets will go up 5-0 here on the Phillies, and it's not looking good for the Phillies, even though it's the bottom of the 4th inning. No to answer your question, my guy. I think it's Tommy Frazier, former quarterback out of Nebraska. It says when I looked it up, it says Frazier is considered by many to be the greatest college football player of all time, leading Nebraska to 2 straight national championships in 1994 and 1995, the only quarterback to do it since the 1950s. So, in my opinion, I think it's Tommy Frazier. First pitch here from Wheeler to the direction of Brandon Nimmo will result in a ball, and this will be 1 ball, no strikes to the direction of Brandon Nimmo. The 1-0 pitch coming up here from Zach Wheeler. This is the worst I've seen Zach Wheeler pitch, man. There could be so many, Noah. There could be many options. There could be many options for the greatest college football player of all time. Ethan Cale said, wow, finally McCann has done something. If you're a Mets fan, then you should be happy about what McCann's doing for y'all right now. But the 1-1 pitch coming up here from Wheeler to Brandon Nimmo. On the 1-1 pitch, that'll get just a little bit downstairs, and that will be 2 balls and 1 strike to the direction of Brandon Nimmo. The 2-1 pitch coming up here from Zach Wheeler. Two-one pitch coming up here from Wheeler to Nimmo. That'll be a swing and a miss here by Brandon Nimmo. That'll be strike 2 towards Brandon Nimmo. The 2-2 pitch coming up here from Zach Wheeler. If JT Realmuto catches that baseball, the inning is over and we go to the top of the 5th, but he didn't catch it. Zach Wheeler this inning has thrown 10 balls and 16 strikes for a total of 26 pitches. And the 2-2 pitch, that'll be a fly ball towards center field. This will, however, be caught by Brandon Marsh. This will end off the 4th inning here between the Phillies and the Mets. Not looking good for the Phillies right now as the Mets go up 5-0 on the Phillies, but we go to the top of the 5th to see if the Phillies can change this score up a little bit and decrease the lead that the New York Mets currently have. And Noah, in terms of what you said right here, in terms of who, in my opinion, is the greatest college football player of all time, I haven't been watching college football a lot, and I really haven't gained attention to college football ever since. I'm trying to think when I started really getting into college football. I think I started really getting into college football when I mainly started getting into college football when the Ohio State Buckeyes got Justin Fields. Yes, I am an Ohio State fan. I mainly started getting into watching college football when Justin Fields transferred to Ohio State from Georgia. But that's when I started getting into college football. So, I had to kind of look it up, see all the college football players from back then. I kind of had to look that up, though, to be honest with you. But the New York Mets scored 4 runs in that inning. They're up 5-0 on the Phillies. Phillies looking to decrease that lead here. But Gene Segura up to bat here for the Philadelphia Phillies. He gets ready to go here to begin the top of the 5th against these Mets. Chris Bassett going up to work here in the 5th. And the first pitch from Bassett to Segura in the inning will result in a strike, and this will be no balls and one strike to the direction of Gene Segura. The 0-1 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassett. And the 0-1 pitch here from Bassett to Segura will result in a ball, and this will be 1 ball and 1 strike to the direction of Chris Bassett. The 1-1 pitch coming up here to Gene Segura. The 1-1 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassett. And speaking of the 1-1 pitch, the 1-1 pitch was fouled back, and this will be 1 ball and 2 strikes to the direction of Gene Segura. The 1-2 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassett. Gene Segura looking to get off to a better second time up, as he was 0 for 1 to start this game off, and the 1-2 pitch to Segura. It was knocked down by Alonso. Segura slides, and he will be safe at first base. Segura had to slid the first to make sure he would be safe at first base. Alonso was not able to pick the ball up in time, and that'll be a single at first base here from Gene Segura, and that's looking much better than what we saw the last time Gene Segura was up for the Phillies. '73rd pitch coming up here from Chris Bassett. Pete Alonso couldn't get a grip to the baseball when it went out towards the right side for a foul. Awesomeness Sports, what's going on? Appreciate you for coming through. I know the Phillies are not doing good right now, man. Don't even get me started. I'm literally watching the game right now, and the Phillies aren't doing that good. Awesomeness Sports, what fan in terms of baseball are you, man? But Brandon Marsh had a walk in the 3rd inning. Nothing going against him. Awesomeness Sports, what fan base are you? What team do you like in terms of baseball, man? Oh, the Nationals? Yeah, they're worse. They're worse. But the 0-1 pitch to Brandon Marsh results in a swing and a miss, and that'll be no balls and 2 strikes to the direction of Chris Bassett. The 0-2 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassett to Brandon Marsh. Yeah, I kind of figured you would know that. As the 0-2 pitch to Brandon Marsh results in a ball, and this will be 1 ball and 2 strikes to the direction of Brandon Marsh. The 1-2 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassett. One-two pitch coming up here from Bassett to Marsh. And the 1-2 pitch. That'll go out towards left field. Can this get dropped for a base hit? Yes, it will. Number 19 picks it up for the New York Mets. And Brandon Marsh will make that a double. He will be safe at second base. Actually, he went 2. So now the Phillies have 2 runners in scoring position here with no outs in the inning. So hopefully the Phillies can start making their comeback. But the Phillies need to start. 1 base hit puts the Phillies on the board, because they have 2 runners in scoring position, 1 at third, 1 at second. Matt Vierling up to bat here for the Philadelphia Phillies. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout in the 3rd inning. And the first pitch to Matt Vierling will result in a swing and a miss, and this will be no balls and 1 strike to the direction of Matt Vierling. The 0-1 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassett. Matt Vierling really needs to drop a base hit here to get the Phillies on the board, at the very least. And the 0-1 pitch by Bassett will go outside, and that'll be 1 ball and 1 strike to the direction of Matt Vierling. The 1-1 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassett. When runners are on third with less than 2 outs, runners have scored 4 out of 9 times for the Phillies so far this season. And the 1-1 pitch coming up here from Bassett to Vierling, and the 1-1 pitch. They're going to rule it outside, and that will be 2 balls and 1 strike to the direction of Matt Vierling. The 2-1 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassett. That's right, Awesomeness Sports. I forgot you were a Washington fan for the most part. And the 2-1 pitch to Vierling We foul towards the right side, and this will be 2 balls and 2 strikes now to the direction of Matt Viewing. The 2-2 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassett. Two-two pitch coming up here from Bassett to Vierling. Vierling looking for that base hit to put the Phillies on the board and cut the lead. Cut the 5-0 lead that the Mets currently have on the Phillies right now. And the 2-2 pitch by Bassett. We foul towards the right side again. And this will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes to the direction of Matt Vierling. The 2-2 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassett once again for what feels like the 8 millionth time. But it's probably really around the 3rd or 4th time here for Chris Bassett so far to Matt Vierling. Every time it's been 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bassett getting ready for the 2-2 pitch, and the 2-2 pitch by Bassett will be going towards the first base line, and that will result in a foul ball. So once again, it'll be the 2-2 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassett to Matt Vierling. The 2-2 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassett. Again, Phillies looking to cut the lead down from 5 runs, from a 5-run Mets lead to hopefully cutting the lead down to a 2-run lead at the most, at least a 3 or 4 run lead at the very least. And the 2-2 pitch from Bassett to Vierling will be a swing and a miss on the call, strike 3. Matt Vierling can't get it done. That'll be 4 strikeouts from Chris Bassett. And that'll bring Bryson Stott on here for the Philadelphia Phillies. That was a foul tip, though. Matt Vierling did get a piece of that, but it wasn't enough to get into the catcher's hand. But Bryson Stott's back here for the Phillies. He's 0 for 2 with a fly on the ground out so far. And the first pitch from Bassett to Stott will be a fly ball towards right field. This will go into the stands. And this will be no balls and 1 strike to the direction of Bryson Stott. The 0-1 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassett. Guys, if y'all haven't done so, man, be sure to hit that like button on the stream and hit that subscribe button if you guys are new, man. We just surpassed 400 subscribers yesterday. Let's keep going on the road to 1,000, man. On the road to it's a road to 500 now. Road to 500 now, guys. Let's go. 0-1 pitch coming up here from Stott to Bassett. And the 0-1 pitch to Stott will result in a ball that will go upstairs. And that'll be 1 ball and 1 strike to the direction of Chris Bassett, rather to the direction of Bryson Stott. The 1-1 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassett. Bryson Stott looking for a better result as he started 0 for 2. He started 0 for 2 in this game here for the Phillies. And the 1-1 pitch by Bassett to Stott. We fouled back. That'll be grounded, and that'll be a foul ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to the direction of Bryson Stott. Bryson Stott needs a minute here to think strategy. Stott needs a minute. Needs a newly replaced bat here. But the 1-2 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassett to Bryson Stott. Bryson Stott looking for a much better result here as he's 0 for 2 once again to start this game off. 2 runners in scoring position here for the Phillies. Phillies looking to score some runs and get on the board. And the 1-2 pitch to Stott. Be a swing and a miss. That'll be a call, strike 3. And that'll be 2 outs in the inning for the Phillies. 5 strikeouts for Chris Bassett. And this is bad for the Phillies if you don't get any runs right here. You need runs this inning. Phillies need to pick up some runs, and they need to pick it up quick. Rhys Hoskins will be up to bat for the Phillies, and he's looking to change things up. Rhys Hoskins is 1 for 2 so far with a single in the 4th inning. He's up to bat for the Phillies, looking to change the score for the Phillies right now, as he's 1 for 2 so far to begin this game. As the first pitch to Rhys Hoskins will result in a ball, and this will be 1 ball, no strikes to the direction of Rhys Hoskins. The 1-0 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassitt. One-0 pitch coming up here from Bassitt to Hoskins. And the 1-0 pitch by Bassitt will be inside again, and that will be 2 balls and no strikes to the direction of Rhys Hoskins. The 2-0 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassitt. And then Alec Bohm on deck for the Phillies if he is needed, with 2 outs in the inning in the top of the 5th. And the 2-0 pitch by Bassitt will result in a strike. They'll give Bassitt the strike. And it'll be 2 balls and 1 strike to the direction of Rhys Hoskins. The 2-1 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassitt. And the 2-1 pitch to Hoskins. Did he go? The answer is no, according to the first base umpire. And this will go to 3 balls and 1 strike towards Rhys Hoskins. The 3-1 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassitt. The 3-1 pitch is going to result in a strike, actually. Hoskins was getting ready to go and failed to do so. The umpire rules it 3 balls and 2 strikes now. That was a cutter. Gets the top left corner. Go Phillies. We need some runs. You already know, Thomas. You already know. 3-2 full count pitch coming up here from Bassitt to Hoskins. 2 runners in scoring position here for the Phillies. Phillies really need some runs here to be put on the board. Phillies need some runs to be put up on the board here. Hoskins must at least be walked. The catcher and Bassitt having a talk here. Since the catcher doesn't want to go to the mound, and the 3-2 full count pitch. That'll be a breaking ball, but that will be ball 4 here. And Hoskins will go to first base. Bases are loaded here for Alec Bohm. Can Alec Bohm hit the grand slam here and keep the top of the 5th inning going? Bassitt thought he got him. Umpire says no. It was low anyway, so that should have been low. That was a 75-mile-per-hour slider. A big spot for Alec Bohm here. 3 guys on base, but guys, we have experienced this before. We've experienced this before when it's potential, and when there's potential in these guys, you know, with a potential for a grand slam. When there's potential for a grand slam here. When there's potential for a grand slam here. The Phillies are known for blowing a grand slam and for blowing a big-time scoring opportunity. Runners in scoring position here for Alec Bohm. First pitch towards Alec Bohm is a swing and a miss, and that'll be strike 1 towards Alec Bohm. Keep in mind, guys, Alec Bohm is 1 for 2 so far today. Alec Bohm with no grand slams so far this season with the bases loaded. However, Alec Bohm has a batting average of .286 on the season when there is a potential for a grand slam. And the 0-1 pitch by Bassett to Bohm. That'll go outside, and that will be 1 ball, 1 strike to the direction of Alec Bohm. The 1-1 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassett. The Mets do have a pitcher warming up in the bullpen if he is needed to step in here for Chris Bassett and if the Mets need to take him out in the inning. And the 1-1 pitch to Bohm is swinging and a miss. That will be strike 2 towards Alec Bohm with the 1-2 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassett. And as usual, you'll see all the Mets fans get on their feet. You'll see all the Mets fans get up on their feet. Here we go. Getting all hyped up. And the 1-2 pitch coming up here from Chris Bassett to Alec Bohm. And the 1-2 pitch to Bohm will go out towards shallow right field, but that will be caught. And as usual, Phillies leave the bases loaded, and they still are down 5-0 to the New York Mets going into the bottom of the 5th inning. But yeah, guys, that was rough, man. That was rough. But it's happened too many times to the Phillies before. It's happened way too many times. It's happened way too many times before. Phillies leave runners in scoring position too much, and they left the bases loaded with that one. That time they left the bases loaded, man. That was rough, though, man. Phillies have experienced that too much before. So it looks like Chris Bassett's going to be done for the afternoon here for the New York Mets. But Zach Wheeler will head back onto the mound here for the Phillies. 4 earned runs allowed in the 4th inning, which ties the most earned runs allowed in any inning this season from Zach Wheeler. Last time it happened was April 17th and April 23rd as well. And the first pitch here from Wheeler to the direction of Starling Marte will result in a strike, and this will be no balls and 1 strike to the direction of Starling Marte. The 0-1 pitch coming up here from Wheeler, and the 0-1 pitch by Wheeler. That will be hit sharply towards left field. That's going to drop for a base hit. And Stott will miss this once again. And this is not looking good for the Phillies right now, guys. As of right now, it's really looking like the Mets can take the series. Stott, just pick up the ball, man. Just pick up the baseball. Don't try to slide for it. But Francisco Lindor to bat here for the New York Mets. He is 1 for 2 with an RBI single in the 1st inning. And the first pitch from Wheeler to Lindor will result in a ball, and this will be 1 ball and no strikes to the direction of Francisco Lindor. The 1-0 pitch coming up here from Zach Wheeler. But yeah, guys, this is the worst I've seen Zach Wheeler pitch, man. I haven't seen Zach Wheeler pitch like this ever since he came to Philly. And the 1-0 pitch by Wheeler will result as now will go inside, and this will be 2 balls and no strikes to the direction of Francisco Lindor. The 2-0 pitch coming up here from Zach Wheeler, and this will be his 76th pitch here of the afternoon. Zach Wheeler's got to start picking things up, man. I'm not sure if he's going to, though, with all this pressure against his former team. And the 2-0 pitch is inside again, and that'll be 3 balls and no strikes to the direction of Francisco Lindor. The 3-0 pitch coming up here from Zach Wheeler. Could walk Francisco Lindor right here if another one goes inside again. He's thrown 3 straight pitches that have gone inside and haven't gone inside the box. As the 3-0 pitch will result in a strike, and this will be 3 balls and 1 strike to the direction of Francisco Lindor. The 3-1 pitch coming up here from Zach Wheeler. But Pete Alonso's on deck here for the New York Mets. He is 1 for 2 with a double and a run, I think, is what it said for Pete Alonso. And the 3-1 pitch by Wheeler, that will be fouled off towards the right side. So this will be 3 balls and 2 strikes to the direction of Francisco Lindor. The 3-2 full count pitch coming up here from Zach Wheeler. Three-two full count pitch coming up here from Wheeler to Lindor. Wheeler getting set in the 3-2 full count pitch. Runner goes. Swing and a miss. Chance at a double play. And they got the double play. A swing and a miss by Lindor. And that'll be 2 strikeouts for Wheeler. And caught the runner running. Caught the runner going to second base. And that's a double play in good old fashion. That's a good play right there from the Phillies. That's a great throw by JT Realmuto towards second base. Got the strikeout right there. Realmuto throws it towards second. Stock gets the out at second base. Gets Starling Marte out. Bryson Stott already had his foot on, so he would have got the out anyway, even if he didn't tag Starling Marte. 2 outs here for the New York Mets. Bottom of the 5th inning here. Pete Alonso is up to bat. And the first pitch from Wheeler to Alonso will be a swing and a miss. That will be strike 1 towards Pete Alonso. The 0-1 pitch coming up here from Zach Wheeler. Pete Alonso is 1 for 2 with a double in the 4th, resulting in a run. And the 0-1 pitch from Wheeler to Alonso. Did Alonso go? The answer is yes. That'll be strike 2. And the 0-2 pitch coming up here from Zach Wheeler to Pete Alonso. The 0-2 pitch coming up here from Zach Wheeler to Pete Alonso. And the 0-2 pitch to Alonso is a called strike 3. Zach Wheeler gets to Pete Alonso. Back-to-back strikeouts. That'll be 3 strikeouts so far here this afternoon for Zach Wheeler. And that looks much better from Zach Wheeler. Is he dialed in, though, to continue playing the rest of this game here for the Phillies? Or will he go back to his old ways? And will he be taken out for a bullpen pitcher? We'll find out as we go to the top of the 6th. Phillies need some runs, though, big time, since they're down 5-0 to the Mets. They need a big 6th inning right here in terms of hitting. They need a big 6th inning. Phillies need a big sixth inning right here. Alright guys, I'm back. Just had to take care of two things real fast. Trevor Williams at the back, up to pitch for the New York Mets. He'll take over for Chris Bassett. Well pitch game by Bassett here. JT Realmuto's at the back here for the Phillies. He's over 2 with a ground out and a strikeout so far here today for the Phils. And the first pitch from Williams to Realmuto will result in a foul ball, and this will be no balls and 1 strike to the direction of JT Realmuto. The 0-1 pitch coming up here from Trevor Williams. And the 0-1 pitch from Williams to Realmuto will be a ground ball back towards Trevor Williams. Be thrown to first base. That'll be in time for out number 1 of the inning here. That'll be in time for out number 1 here for the Phillies. And this will bring on Nick Castellanos here for the Phils. Nick Castellanos is 1 for 2 with a single in the second inning so far here today. Padres beat the Nationals 6-0, so that's good for the Phillies, even though the Phillies don't really need the Nationals to lose because the Nationals are already a bad team anyway. And the first pitch from Williams to Castellanos will result in a ball, and this will be 1 ball, no strikes to the direction of Trevor Williams. The 1-0 pitch coming up here from Williams to Castellanos is the 1-0 pitch will result in a swing and a miss, and this will be 1 ball, 1 strike to the direction of Nick Castellanos. The 1-1 pitch coming up here from Trevor Williams. And the 1-1 pitch to Castellanos will result in a ball, and this will be 2 balls and 1 strike to the direction of Nick Castellanos. The 2-1 pitch coming up here from Trevor Williams. Nick Castellanos looking to draw up a base hit here for the Phillies and get them going. And the 2-1 pitch will be a foul ball, and this will be 2 balls and 2 strikes to the direction of Nick Castellanos. The 2-2 pitch coming up here from Trevor Williams. Again, guys, Nick Castellanos 1 for 2 so far, looking for a base hit here for the Phillies to find a way to get something going. And the 2-2 pitch to Castellanos will be a ground ball towards second base. It'll be thrown to first base. That'll be in time for out number 2 of the inning here for the Phillies. And the Phillies just cannot get anything going right now against these Mets. Mets are showing why they're the best team in the National League East right now. They're just showing it. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. Nothing is going the Phillies' way right now, and they just can't seem to find a way to get anything going so far to start this game off. But Derek Hall up to bat here for the Philadelphia Phillies with 2 outs in the inning. Derek Hall comes on. He's over 2 so far here today, and this will drop for a base hit here for the Phillies, and finally Derek Hall puts up a base hit, and this will just be a single here for Derek Hall. Derek Hall just gets a single. And finally, Derek Cole says, hey, I got to be happy about that. I need something to smile about, and that's something I can smile about right there. But Gene Segura up to bat here, though, for the Phillies. He's 0 for 2 with the reached-on error in the 5th inning. And the first pitch from Williams to Segura results in a ball, and this will be 1 ball, no strikes to the direction of Gene Segura. The 1-0 pitch coming up here from Trevor Williams. And the 1-0 pitch to Segura results in a strike, and this will be 1 ball, 1 strike to the direction of Gene Segura. The 1-1 pitch coming up here from Trevor Williams. Oh, my Finesse, what's going on, my guy? Appreciate you for coming through. See, me personally, I wouldn't let that slide. What, the pitch by Trevor Williams, or what are you talking about, my guy? Well, my Finesse, be sure to hit that like button if you haven't done so, my guy. I appreciate you for coming through the stream. 1-1 pitch coming up here from Trevor Williams to Gene Segura. And the 1-1 pitch to Segura, that'll go upstairs, and that'll be 2 balls and 1 strike to the direction of Gene Segura. The 2-1 pitch coming up here from Trevor Williams. And the 2-1 pitch by Trevor Williams results in a strike, and this will be 2 balls and 2 strikes to the direction of Gene Segura. The 2-2 pitch coming up here from Trevor Williams. And the 2-2 pitch from Williams to Segura results in a foul ball, and this will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes to the direction of Gene Segura. The 2-2 pitch coming up here from Trevor Williams. Brandon Marsh is on deck here for the Phillies. He is 1 for 1 so far with a double and a run so far for the afternoon so far for him. 2-2 pitch coming up here from Segura to Trevor Williams. Or rather, 2-2 pitch coming up here from Williams to Segura. And the 2-2 pitch is going to be fouled back. This will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes to the direction of Gene Segura. The 2-2 pitch coming up here from Trevor Williams. Two-two pitch coming up here once again from Trevor Williams to Gene Segura. And the 2-2 pitch. We have a fly ball towards center field. It's not deep enough. This will be comfortably caught by Brandon Nimmo. And this will take us to the bottom of the 6th inning, where the Phillies still cannot find a way to get on the board. 5 hits in that inning. But the Mets are still on top 5-0 over the Philadelphia Phillies as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Guys, the Phillies just can't find anything going. The Phillies just can't get anything going right now. And they're down 5-0 to the Mets. I'm probably fully expecting a loss here unless the Phillies can find some way to turn this around in 3 innings. I don't think that is going to be possible, but we'll see if the Phillies can put on some effort here and find a way to maybe come back and compete with this team. All right, guys, we're ready. We're about to begin the top of the 6th inning here. Zach Wheeler going back on the mound. 5 earned runs allowed today is the 3rd most earned runs allowed in a game this season from Zach Wheeler. So he's having an off day today as well. And the first pitch from Wheeler to Vogelback, that'll be a high fly ball towards right field. This one is simply gone and make that 6-0 Mets. And that's another home run from Vogelback to make this a 6-0 Mets lead. The Mets are just really taking it to us, man. They're taking it to us right now. Vogelback said, let me just get that out of here. Guys, appreciate the 7 people in the chat, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, man. And the first pitch from Wheeler to Marcana will result in a strike, and this will be no balls and 1 strike to the direction of Marcana. The 0-1 pitch coming up here from Zach Wheeler. Marcana is 1 for 2 with an RBI single in the 4th inning, resulting in a run. And the 0-1 pitch from Wheeler to Kana will result in a base hit. And again, Phillies just can't get anything going. They can't get anything going in gear. And this is pretty much going to be a loss for the Phillies on that note. At this point, the Phillies should just make a pitching change and just get this game over with. Not like the Phillies are going to come back or anything, but Escobar is up to bat here for the New York Mets. And this will be a foul ball here by Escobar. And the 0-1 pitch coming up here from Zach Wheeler. I take my comment back from the start. Yeah. Everyone that said that the Phillies had a shot at beating these Mets should take their prediction back. But again, the Mets are a strong team, and they're showing why they're the number 1 team in the National League East. As the 0-1 pitch to Escobar results in a strike, and this will be no balls and 2 strikes in the direction of Escobar. The 0-2 pitch coming up here from Zach Wheeler. And the 0-2 pitch to Escobar is a call strike 3. Or it was a ball 1. Did he not swing that? I was going to say. Escobar totally swung that, so that's 4 strikeouts on the day so far for Zach Wheeler. Corey Knebel's in the bullpen warming up here for the Phillies, so this is likely Zach Wheeler's last inning. Couldn't be able to pull it through 7 innings for either the win-loss record, but it's looking like it's going to be a loss here for the Phillies, whoever the loss goes against. As the first pitch by Wheeler towards Jeff McNeil will result in a ball, and this will be 1 ball, no strikes to the direction of Jeff McNeil. The 1-0 pitch coming up here from Zach Wheeler. Jeff McNeil is 0 for 1 so far in this game with a walk in the 4th and a run so far here for the New York Mets here today. And the 1-0 pitch will hit the bottom of the bat. And this will be 1 ball, 1 strike to the direction of And this will be 1 ball, 1 strike to the direction of Jeff McNeil. The 1-1 pitch coming up here from Zach Wheeler. 1-1 pitch coming up here from Wheeler to Jeff McNeil. And the 1-1 pitch by Wheeler will go out towards left center field. This will be caught, though, by Brandon Marsh. They'll throw back towards Zach Wheeler. This will be 2 outs here in the inning for the Mets. They have a commanding 6-0 lead. James McCann up to bat here for the New York Mets. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI single in the 4th inning. .91 pitches so far for Wheeler here today. First pitch from Wheeler to McCann will result in a strike, and this will be no balls, 1 strike to the direction of James McCann. The 0-1 pitch coming up here from Zach Wheeler. .01 pitch coming up here from Wheeler to McCann. And the 0-1 pitch. That'll be a fly ball out towards right field, but this will go into the stands. This will be no balls and 2 strikes now to the direction of James McCann. The 0-2 pitch coming up here from Zach Wheeler. And the 0-2 pitch coming up here from Wheeler to McCann. And the 0-2 pitch, it's going to go outside, and that will be 1 ball, 2 strikes to the direction of James McCann. The 1-2 pitch coming up here from Zach Wheeler. One-two pitch coming up here from Wheeler to McCann. Wheeler getting set for the 1-2 pitch. And the 1-2 pitch by Wheeler is a swing and a miss. That will be a call, strike 3. And it is silent here at Citi Field, but it's really not going to matter. Mets might as well just put a dub in the dub column, as it is still a 6-0 lead here for the New York Mets as we go to the top of the 7th. But yeah, guys, Mets still have a 6-0 lead on the Phillies right now, going to the top of the 7th. And it's not looking good for the Phillies right now if you are Phillies fans. It is not looking good. The Mets are just showing why they're the #1 team in the National League East. They're showing why they're the best team in our division. They're just showing it here tonight. Brandon Marsh at the bat here for the Phillies, and the first pitch from Williams to Marsh will result in it will get the inside corner first, and then it'll be no balls, one strike to the direction of Brandon Marsh. The 0-1 pitch coming up here from Trevor Williams. And the 0-1 pitch to Brandon Marsh will be fouled towards the left side, and there'll be no balls, two strikes to the direction of Brandon Marsh. The 0-2 pitch coming up here from Trevor Williams. And the 0-2 pitch coming up here from Williams to Marsh, and the 0-2 pitch is a ground ball towards second base. It'll be thrown to first base. That'll be in time for out number 1 of the inning. And at this point, just get this game over with. Just get this game over with. Just get this game over with. Matt Brilling up to bat here for the Phillies. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts here today so far for the Phils. And the first pitch to Matt Brilling will result in a ball, and this will be 1 ball, no strikes to the direction of Matt Brilling. The 1-0 pitch coming up here from Trevor Williams. And the 1-0 pitch to Brilling will result in a strike, and this will be 1 ball, 1 strike to the direction of Matt Brilling. The 1-1 pitch coming up here from Trevor Williams. And the 1-1 pitch to Brilling will be fouled off towards the right side now, and that'll be 1 ball and 2 strikes to the direction of Matt Brilling. The 1-2 pitch coming up here from Trevor Williams. One-two pitch coming up here from Williams to Brilling, and the 1-2 pitch will be fouled off towards the right side again, and this will once again be 1 ball and 2 strikes to the direction of Matt Brilling. The 1-2 pitch once again coming up here from Trevor Williams. And the 1-2 pitch to Brilling is a swing and a miss and a call strike 3. Trevor Williams gets his first strikeout here of the afternoon, and it comes against Matt Brilling. And at the end of the day, just get this game over with. Just get it over with. Just get the game over with. At this point, I'm rooting for the game to get over with, man. New Zealand, what's going on, my guy? I appreciate you for coming through. So, man, the Mets are tough. Phillies are going to have to lick their wounds and recover. Yeah. You know they're going to have to. Bryson Stott coming up to bat here for the Phillies. He is 0 for 3 so far here today. And the first pitch from Williams to Stott will result in a strike, and this will be no balls, 1 strike to the direction of Bryson Stott. The 0-1 pitch coming up here from Trevor Williams. And the 0-1 pitch to Stott, that will be a line drive out towards the left side. That will drop for a base hit. That was a 90-mile-per-hour four-seam. And Bryson Stott will finally get on first base. And that's finally Bryson Stott's first base hit here of the afternoon. And finally, that's the first positive thing that Bryson Stott has done. Rhys Hoskins at the bat here for the Philadelphia Phillies. Matching up against Trevor Williams in the top of the 7th inning. And the first pitch from Williams to Hoskins will result in a ball, and this will be 1 ball and no strikes to the direction of Rhys Hoskins. The 1-0 pitch coming up here from Trevor Williams. Harper scheduled to take batting practice in the field tomorrow. That's good. I mean, he's progressing back to his normal self, man. And the 1-0 pitch to Rhys Hoskins results in a ball, and this will be 2 balls, no strikes to the direction of Rhys Hoskins. The 2-0 pitch coming up here from Trevor Williams. And the 2-0 pitch to Hoskins will be popped up towards shallow left center field. This will be comfortably caught here. And this will end off the inning here for The Philadelphia Phillies, 6 hits in that inning for the Phils. 1 hit overall, pretty much in this inning. And it hasn't been looking good for the Phillies as we go to the bottom of the 7th. Mets are still kicking the Phillies' butts. But yeah, guys, it's really just not looking good right now. Mets still lead 6-0 over the Phillies. Phillies can't take advantage of opportunities given to them. Phillies cannot take advantage. They can't get the job done. And they're just absolutely wasting their chances. Just get the game over with, man. Just get it over with. I got the bottom of the 7th, the whole 8th inning, and then the top of the 9th to do. Jeez. Just get this game over with, man. This is unbelievable. Let's talk. TB, what's going on, my guy? I appreciate you for coming through. So let's talk about something different. I see you had a couple of big games in bowling today. Yeah, I did. I mainly had one rolling a 226 earlier today, but at the end of the day, man, in terms of the Phillies game, let's just get this game over with. The TP, be sure to hit that like button if you haven't done so, my guy. But seriously. Let's just get this game over with. Ugh. Let's get this game over with, man. We really just need to get this game over with and move on to the next series. The Mets are going to win this series for sure. I doubt the Phillies are going to rack up some runs here. I doubt the Phillies are going to rack up some runs. As we go to the bottom of the 7th here, the Phillies at this point are just sitting in la-la land. And they're not finding a way to get the job done. Mets are going to pretty much take the series. They're up 6 runs on the Phillies, and at this point, just make the loss more embarrassing for the Phillies Mets. Just do it. Just do it. Just make the loss more embarrassing for the Phillies and the win better for you guys. Just make it better. Go ahead. Just make it better. But yeah, Corey Knebel should be coming out onto the mound here for the Phillies. He was warming up in the bullpen earlier. He's likely to come out onto the mound, and he will come onto the mound here for the Phillies. Corey Knebel has pitched in 45 games this season, has a win-loss record of 3-5, an ERA of 3.45, about 44 innings pitched, and 40 strikeouts so far this season from Corey Knebel. Brandon Nimmo to lead it off here for the Mets. And the first pitch from Corey Knebel, that will go high and outside. And that will be 1 ball, no strikes to the direction of Brandon Nimmo. The 1-0 pitch coming up here from Corey Knebel. Brandon Nimmo is 1 for 3 with a double in the first, resulting in a run. And the 1-0 pitch from Knebel. They're going to roll it high, and this will be 2 balls, no strikes to the direction of Brandon Nimmo. The 2-0 pitch coming up here from Corey Knebel. And the 2-0 pitch by Knebel. That will go outside, and that'll be 3 balls and no strikes to the direction of Brandon Nimmo. The 3-0 pitch coming up here from Corey Knebel. USGA feel the umpires are cheating on us as they give the Mets all the marginal strike calls, but none for us. I mean, honestly, they just can't tell what's what, man. As Corey Knebel also just threw four straight pitches resulting in balls and put Brandon Nimmo on first base, but Starling Marte at the bat here for the New York Mets. Starling Marte is 1 for 3 with a single in the fifth inning so far. And the first pitch from Corey Knebel to Starling Marte results in a strike, and this will be no balls, one strike to the direction of Starling Marte. The 0-1 pitch coming up here from Corey Knebel. And the 0-1 pitch to Marte results in a ball. This will go upstairs, and this will be 1 ball, 1 strike to the direction of Starling Marte. The 1-1 pitch coming up here from Corey Knebel. USG, I feel like Nola pitched a great game last night, but we had a hard time with the Mets pitchers, and the umpires cheated on us last night too by giving DeGrom the outside strike all night long. Yeah, Jacob DeGrom was just pitching the balls very well last night by any means. As the 1-1 pitch results in 2 balls and 1 strike to the direction of Starling Marte. The 2-1 pitch coming up here from Corey Knebel. And the 2-1 pitch by Knebel will be a result in a foul ball from Starling Marte. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the direction of Starling Marte. The 2-2 pitch coming up here from Corey Knebel. Two-two pitch coming up here from Knebel to Marte, and the 2-2 pitch. That'll be off the hands, and that'll be popped up, and that'll be actually fouled back. And this will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes to the direction of Starling Marte. The 2-2 pitch coming up here from Corey Knebel once again. Ghost G, I did some reading on Ohio State football, and I feel you may be right as they should be dominant once again. Yeah, they should be dominant this year again, man. 2-2 pitch coming up here from Knebel to Marte, and the 2-2 pitch is a swing and a miss and a call strike 3. Finally, Corey Knebel with the 79-mile-per-hour knuckle curve results in his first strikeout of the afternoon. And even if he's able to add some runs on top, add some strikeouts on top of that, I'm not sure if it's going to be enough, because based on how bad the Phillies have done so far today, as they're still getting shut up by the Mets right now. Francisco Lindor's at the bat here for the Mets. First pitch by Corey Knebel results in a strike. First pitch to Francisco Lindor again results in a strike. The 0-1 pitch coming up here from Corey Knebel. This year going to the game against Wisconsin this year. I don't go to college football games, my guy. Because since I'm an Ohio State fan, I live 1 state away from that. And it'd be in probably around a 6-7 hour drive to Ohio State, man. But yeah, 1-1 pitch coming up here from Knebel to Lindor. And the 1-1 pitch, that'll go outside, and that'll be 2 balls and 1 strike to the direction of Francisco Lindor. The 2-1 pitch coming up here from Corey Knebel. Yes, gee, I might go if my dad will let me use his seats. Hey, here you go. Have fun at the game, man. Game's on the 24th of September. Yeah, I figured the game was early this year. And the 2-1 pitch from Knebel to Lindor, that will be way downstairs and outside. That'll be 3 balls and 1 strike to the direction of Francisco Lindor. The 3-1 pitch coming up here from Corey Knebel. Of course you do. Of course you do. Of course you do, Bruce Harper. Of course you do, my guy. Bruce Harper, if I haven't said so to you, be sure to hit that like button and stream as everyone on the mound gathers here for a huddle to talk to Corey Knebel, making sure everyone's on the same page here. Looks like they're going to take Corey Knebel out through 14 pitches. Poor Knable. Apparently something happened to Knable on that pitch, so he'll be getting checked out. He'll be heading to the back of the locker room. For services BOSG, maybe you could go to the game against Penn State. Again, guy, I don't go to college football games, man. Besides, to Beaver Valley, to where the Mets play, my guy. Not the Mets, the Nittany Lions, rather. To where they play. To where the Penn State Nittany Lions play. I don't know how far that is from where I live, but who knows, man. Guys, appreciate the 7 people still in the chat, man. If y'all haven't done so, hit the like button on the stream, hit that subscribe button if you guys are new to the channel, man. We surpassed 400 subscribers yesterday, man. Appreciate everybody for all the continued support. We're on the road to 500 subscribers, guys. So if y'all haven't done so, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button on the stream as well. Guys, it just looks a little dark in here to me, but 3 of our 4 light bulbs are on in here. We have 4 lights in the room I'm currently in right now. One of the light bulbs went out. We'll eventually have to change that. It just feels a little dark in here, honestly. The lighting here really doesn't make a difference. Yoshi, I understand I get to go to Philly games in the summer because I'm working in Philly this summer and staying at my mom's. Hey, that's cool, man. That's cool. Yoshi, I feel the light is good, at least on the camera. The lighting is good on the camera, my guy. I'm just looking at the lighting around me. Like when I look up to the ceiling, we have 1 light bulb that's out. We'll eventually have to change that, and 3 light bulbs that are still working. It just felt a little dark in here. It feels like when you turn the lights on and off every time in this room, it really doesn't make anything change. But guys, appreciate the 9 people in the chat, man. If y'all haven't done so, hit that like button on the stream, hit that subscribe button if you guys are new to the channel, man. Appreciate everybody for coming through the stream. Even though the Phillies are losing 6-0 to these Mets, still appreciate y'all coming through the stream. Let's go. And the game just get back on here. I know a pitcher's going to be on the mound right now warming up, but let's just get back to the game. Let's stop listening to all these commercials. I want this game to be done. And so in terms of the MLB, guys, apparently Drew Rasmussen's perfect game came to an end for the Tampa Bay Rays as the Orioles break up the perfect game as Jorge Mateo's leadoff double in the 9th inning spoils Drew Rasmussen's perfect game bid. So he was so close to having a perfect game. He was so close. But yeah, can we just get back to the game, dude? Just get back to the game. Let's stop the commercials. Oh my gosh, we're still going, man. We're still going. I'm not gonna lie, the music on the Rally House Philadelphia commercial, the music is pretty good. They go Rally House, Rally House. I don't know the words, but that's just the beat. But seriously, nothing is going right for the Phillies right now. They're down 6-0 to the Mets at the bottom of the 7th. But still, man, it's just not looking good for the Phillies right now against the Mets. I should just put final score on in terms of the inning because I don't even care about what inning it is anymore. Andrew Bellotti going out to the mound here for the Philadelphia Phillies. Andrew Bellotti pitching in 41 games this season, has a win-loss record of 3-3, has an ERA of 3.62. And there were some more stat lines as well that I couldn't read off, but Francisco Lindor's up to bat here for the New York Mets. For the bottom of the 7th inning here, 3-1 pitch count here from Andrew Bellotti to Francisco Lindor. Francisco Lindor's also 1 for 3 here today so far. And the 3-1 pitch by Andrew Bellotti, that'll go outside. That'll be ball 4. 2 walks in this inning so far for the Mets, man. Manuel Les, what's going on? Appreciate you for coming through. Said we'll be back and ready to go for the next games. Go Phils. Yeah, this one's just a stinker, man. But Pete Alonso has also kind of struggled a little bit here for the New York Mets because after his first hit, a double in the 4th and a run, he was struck out by Zach Wheeler. So it's kind of been an up and down day for Pete Alonso against the Phillies as well. But this is not Zach Wheeler. This is Andrew Bellotti pitching. And the first pitch from Bellotti to Alonso will result in a strike, and this will be no balls and 1 strike to the direction of Pete Alonso. The 0-1 pitch coming up here from Andrew Bellotti. Oh, 1 pitch coming up here from Bellotti to Alonso. And the 0-1 pitch by Bellotti. That'll be inside, and that'll be 1 ball, 1 strike to the direction of Pete Alonso. The 1-1 pitch coming up here from Andrew Bellotti. One pitch coming up here from Bellotti to Alonso. And the 1-1 pitch that will finally get inside the virtual box, and that will be 1 ball and 2 strikes to the direction of Pete Alonso. The 1-2 pitch coming up here from Andrew Bellotti. One-two pitch coming up here from Bellotti to Alonso. And the 1-2 pitch, that's going to be a bouncer towards third base. Bowen will tag third. Doesn't throw towards first. But that'll be 2 outs here in the inning for the New York Mets. Bowen thought about throwing that and kind of realized, the runner's already going towards first base. Why even bother for me to throw it towards first? It's going to be a waste of a play. Daniel Vogelbach up here for the New York Mets. He's 1 for 3 with a solo home run in the 6th inning. As they're showing the replay right now, as this was a moonshot from Daniel Vogelbach. It was an absolute moonshot. Andrew Belli now facing Daniel Vogelback. And the first pitch from Belli to Vogelback will result in a ball, and this will be one ball, and no strikes to the direction of Daniel Vogelback. The 1-0 pitch coming up here from Andrew Belli. And the 1-0 pitch coming up here from Belli to Vogelback. And the 1-0 pitch, that'll go to the outside corner. They're going to roll it a strike, and this will be one ball, one strike to the direction of Daniel Vogelback. The 1-1 pitch coming up here from Andrew Belli. Daniel Vogelback this season with 2 outs and runners in score position has a .296 batting average and a home run. Some more statistics to go along with it that I did not get a chance to read off. The 1-1 pitch coming up here from Belli to Vogelback. And the 1-1 pitch is going to result in a strike, and this will be 1 ball and 2 strikes now to the direction of Daniel Vogelback. The 1-2 pitch coming up here from Andrew Belli. One-two pitch coming up here from Belli to Vogelback, looking for the strikeout here, looking to end off the inning. And the 1-2 pitch by Belli, that's going to be way low, and that's going to be 2 balls and 2 strikes to the direction of Daniel Vogelback. The 2-2 pitch coming up here from Andrew Belli. Two-two pitch coming up here from Belli to Vogelback. And the 2-2 pitch by Belli is a swing and a miss, and now they are called strike 3. That will get Vogelback out after what he did back in the 6th inning with that moonshot home run. And we go to the top of the 8th inning where the Mets still lead 6-0 over the Philadelphia Phillies. Sorry, guys, had to take an emergency bathroom break, but I'm back now. What football team does Dan Rollback or whatever his name is for the Met is playing for the Mets? So Daniel Vogelback, you mean? I don't know, man. I don't know, honestly. As on the 3-2 full count pitch, Alec Bohm with a ground ball with the first out of the inning here for the Phillies. Yes, I am a Sixers fan, Bruce Harper. I like all Philly sports teams, and in terms of college football, Ohio State. Yes, Daniel Vogelback, yep. Bruce Harper says, BOC, I'm a big fan, but I like the Eagles #1, then the Phillies, and the Flyers, and then the Sixers. For me, Bruce Harper, it's Eagles 1, Sixers 2, Phillies 3, Flyers 4. In order of the Philly teams that I like, man. But 2-0 pitch coming up here from Michael Givens to JT Realmuto. Michael Givens has come on the mound to pitch here. And the 2-0 pitch to Realmuto will result in a foul ball. And this will be 2 balls and 1 strike to the direction of JT Realmuto. The 2-1 pitch coming up here from Michael Givens. And the 2-1 pitch is going to go just a little bit inside. That'll be 3 balls and 1 strike to the direction of JT Realmuto. The 3-1 pitch coming up here from Michael Givens. But the 3-1 pitch gets inside the virtual box, and that will be 3 balls and 2 strikes to the direction of JT Realmuto. The 3-2 full count pitch coming up here from Michael Givens. I was pretty mad when we got rid of Ben Simmons, but I feel it was the right move now. Yeah, it definitely was, man. The 3-2 full count pitch is a call strike 3 here from Michael Givens to JT Realmuto. And this will be Michael Givens' first strikeout of the afternoon here. And at this point, this is a you-know-what whooping. Phillies play their next series against the Cincinnati Reds starting tomorrow, I think. I think they start playing the Cincinnati Reds tomorrow. And Nick Castellanos at the bat here for the Phillies. The first pitch from Michael Givens to Nick Castellanos was resulting in a strike. This will be no balls, 1 strike to the direction of Nick Castellanos. The 0-1 pitch coming up as the 0-1 pitch was thrown by Michael Givens, results in a strike again. Swing and a miss by Nick Castellanos. And the 0-2 pitch coming up here from Michael Givens. And the 0-2 pitch to Castellanos will go outside, and that'll be 1 ball, 2 strikes to the direction of Nick Castellanos. The 1-2 pitch coming up here from Michael Givens. One-two pitch coming up here from Castellanos to Givens, or rather the Givens to Castellanos as the 1-2 pitch is low and downstairs, and that'll be 2 balls and 2 strikes to the direction of Nick Castellanos. The 2-2 pitch coming up here from Michael Givens. And the 2-2 pitch to Castellanos, that'll be a line drive out towards left field. That's going to drop for a base hit. And Castellanos is going to go 2 bases here. He'll go to second. He'll keep the inning going as well. Nick Castellanos is pretty much doing everything he can. I think Nick Castellanos has been the best hitter for the Phillies here today. Bruce Harper says, BSG, how do you feel about James Harden signing with us? I don't feel he's really a team player, but I feel he has great skill. I mean, Derek Hall can be not Derek Hall. James Harden can be a team player, in my opinion, Bruce Harper. But, James Harden never had a fair chance last year because, he was, overweight. He didn't look as great last year. This year, I think it's a new year for James Harden, and I think he has something to prove here for the entire NBA. So I think James Harden is going to be that great second option to Joel Embiid. As the first pitch from Michael Givens to Derek Hall results in a strike, and this will be no balls and one strike to the direction of Derek Hall. The 0-1 pitch coming up here from Michael Givens. And the 0-1 pitch to Derek Hall results in a foul ball, and this will be no balls and two strikes to the direction of Derek Hall. The 0-2 pitch coming up here from Michael Givens. Yoshi, I feel you made a good point, and I pray you were right. I'm hoping I'm right, man. I'm really hoping Sixers have a great season this year. And James Harden needs to be that second option to Joel Embiid at the end of the day. Has to be that second option. O2 pitch coming up here from Michael Givens to Hall. And the 0-2 pitch is a swing and a miss and a call strike 3. Again, really doesn't matter. As usual, I forgot to change the banner, but it is the bottom of the 8th inning, guys. Not looking good for the Phils. They're going to lose this one pretty much. I doubt they're going to put up a miracle in the top of the 9th. If they do, I will be shocked. But the Phillies are not going to get it done here. Mets will take the series. Yoshi, I feel like Embiid is the first or second best player in the NBA. I mean, there's some people that you can argue in that conversation. I mean, you got Steph Curry, you got Giannis, you have Jokic, you have some of these players in the NBA that could be better than Joel Embiid. But in terms of centers, though, Bruce Harper, Embiid is number one, 100%. I don't care what anybody says. Y'all can say Jokic, y'all can say Karl-Anthony Towns all you want. Y'all can say that as many times as you want. In terms of centers, though, Embiid is the best center in the NBA. SG, at least we beat Max Scherzer in Game 1. Yeah, that's for sure. SG, I feel like it's between Embiid and the Greek Freak. Well, if you want to consider Giannis a center, and if you want to take Brook Lopez out of the conversation, because Brook Lopez is their current center right now, but I still think Embiid is the best center in the NBA. I still think that. I still think Joel Embiid is the best center in the NBA. I feel you are right that Embiid is the number one center in all the NBA. I mean, he should have won MVP the last 2 seasons. Joel Embiid should have won MVP the last 2 seasons. I don't care what anyone says. Last year was no excuse for Joel Embiid to lose the MVP to Nikola Jokic. And then the year before that, the only reason why Joel Embiid didn't get the MVP the year before was because Joel Embiid did not play enough games and couldn't stay healthy. So that's the only reason why Joel Embiid didn't get the MVP the year before last year. But last year was no excuse for Joel Embiid to not get the MVP over Nikola Jokic. Last year was no excuse. Brad Hand on to the mound here for the Philadelphia Phillies. 42 games pitched this season, a 2-1 win-loss record, and an ERA of 2.14. Innings pitched is around 33, and 28 strikeouts this season for Brad Hand so far. Yes, G, I've been saying the same thing. And B was so much more qualified to win MVP both years, but the voters are... Well, they're just biased. The voters are biased. The voters are biased, man. Like, give it to Joel Embiid, man. He deserved it the last 2 years. But last year especially, he so deserved it. As the first pitch from Brad Hand towards Mark Canha will result in a strike, and this will be no balls and one strike to the direction of Mark Canha. The 0-1 pitch coming up here from Brad Hand. And the 0-1 pitch from Hand to Kana will result in a ball, and that will go downstairs as well. That'll be 1 strike to the direction of Mark Kana. The 1-1 pitch coming up here from Brad Hand. USG, I'm very happy with Doc Rivers as a coach. I feel he is one of the top 3 coaches in the NBA. I'll put Doc Rivers right there with Spoelstra and Greg Popovich. Well, yeah, all time, he's definitely one of the best head coaches. But right now, he just doesn't look like he's back to his normal, he just doesn't look like his normal self now with the Sixers staff. As the 1-1 pitch results in 1 strikes as it was a swing and a miss by Mark Kana. The 1-2 pitch coming up here from Brad Hand. But yeah, honestly, all time, Doc Rivers, great coach. With the Sixers, that's a different story. That's the complete opposite. You'll see I'm a little worried about our Birds this year. I mean, you can be, but Eagles have an easy schedule this year. And if Jalen Hurts can play every drive like he did in the preseason game, where some of the stars and second stringers were in, if he can play like that, then he can prove the doubters wrong this year. But I think the only way you feel worried is if Jonathan Gannon and this defense find a way to mess up this whole franchise. I feel we may not even win 8 games this year. Really? Give me an explanation, Bruce Harper. Give me an explanation, my guy. As the 1-2 pitch to Mark Kana results in a ball, and that'll be 2 strikes to the direction of Mark Kana. The 2-2 pitch coming up here from Brad Hand. But that might be good enough to win the division because the Cowboys, Commanders, and Giants are all bad. Well, the Commanders and Giants, I agree with, but the Cowboys is our main competitor in the division, as that will be a call strike 3 on the 2-2 pitch. That'll be out number 1 of the inning coming against Mark Kana, and that'll be Brad Hand's first strikeout here of the afternoon. But Bruce Harper, yet again, we'll have to see how this all plays out. We will just have to see how this all plays out coming in a few weeks. It would be 4 Sundays from today. You'll see the one thing we have going for us is that our schedule is easy. I mean, this cannot be a wasted opportunity by the Eagles any means, Bruce Harper. This cannot be a wasted opportunity. This can't be a wasted opportunity by any means. At the first pitch, Escobar results in a ball. 1-0 pitch coming up here from Brad Hand. A fly ball towards left field. Alec Boehm's got it. 2 outs here in the inning for the New York Mets. USG, I think it's funny that the Commanders think they can win with Wentz. I feel Wentz is terrible. I mean, we'll see how Carson Wentz does in Washington, having another new weapon in Terry McLaurin to throw to. And then you have Jahan Dotson coming in, rookie out of Penn State, coming in and being a potential second option to Terry McLaurin. And then you have your third option. And then you have Antonio Gibson and J.D. McKissick in the backfield. And then Logan Thomas is your tight end for the weapons around Carson Wentz. As the first pitch from Brad Hand to Jeff McNeil results in a ball, this will be 1 ball, no strikes to the direction of Jeff McNeil. The 1-0 pitch coming up here from Brad Hand. And the 1-0 pitch will be fouled down towards right side. That'll be 1 ball, 1 strike to the direction of Jeff McNeil. The 1-1 pitch coming up here from Brad Hand. Yeah, you know I'm all about the Eagles all day, man. I'm all about the Eagles. Yoshi, what do you think of the Eagles' offensive weapons this upcoming season? I mean, we basically have 2 number 1 wide receivers, our number 1 wide receiver from last season in Devontae Smith, and a true number 1 wide receiver in A.J. Brown. We basically have 2 number 1 wide receivers, and then you have Quez Watkins likely to play in the slot. As the 1-1 pitch towards Jeff McNeil results in a strike, it'll be 1 ball, 2 strikes to the direction of Jeff McNeil. The 1-2 pitch coming up here from Brad Hand. But honestly, Bruce Harper, I'm not going to lie, man. We basically have 2 number 1 wide receivers, Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown with Quez Watkins playing slot. And then we have Zach Pascal as a backup slot receiver. And then who knows who's going to be in that fifth spot for when the 53-man roster comes out. It's all going to come down to see who plays that fifth receiver, because we're not keeping 4 receivers on the roster. We're keeping at the very least 5 receivers. 2-2 pitch coming up here from Brad Hand to Jeff McNeil. I feel Devontae is awesome and A.J. Brown too. Yeah, absolutely, 100%. A 2-2 pitch coming up here from Brad Hand to Jeff McNeil, and the 2-2 pitch. That'll be pulled down towards right field. That's going to drop for a base hit, and it'll hit off the back wall. Goes over the head of Castellanos. And the Mets are trying to make their win even better. Whoop-de-doo. Jeff McNeil with the double right there. You don't take no game lightly. You don't know how a team plays when the season starts. Just be ready to play on Sundays and control what you can control. Exactly. We don't know how this team is going to play, but this should be a big opportunity for the Eagles this year to make some noise in the NFC. Don't sleep on Goddard, for he's good too. Yeah, exactly. But I'm just saying, for the wide receiver core, those are the wide receivers that you have. Fifth wide receiver is still up for grabs. I'm not sure. Jalen Reagor's been balling out in training camp. I'm not going to lie to you. That's right, I said. Jalen Reagor's balling out in training camp as the first pitch by Brad Hand goes outside. That will be 1 ball, no strikes to the direction of Mark McCann. The 1-0 pitch coming up here from Brad Hand. But yeah, in terms of the wide receiver core, that fifth wide receiver spot is up for grabs. Jalen Reagor, I'm not sure if the Eagles are trying to shop him. He's been having a really good camp. Either the Eagles are going to keep Jalen Reagor and have him on the 53-man roster, or they're going to try to trade for him for probably a draft pick, honestly. As the 1-0 pitch results in 2 balls, no strikes to the direction of McCann. The 2-0 pitch coming up here from Brad Hand. What's your opinion on Miles Sanders? I don't love Penn State's running backs. Yeah, I mean, Miles Sanders and Saquon Barkley, they're both so similar. They're both so similar. They both just can't stay on the field. It's a problem that they've had coming into the NFL, and a problem that they have had since college, in their college days at Penn State. So, honestly, I really think that – sorry about that, but I really think that Miles Sanders just can't stay healthy, and I think he just needs to prove the doubters wrong this season. He's been grinding it out in camp as well and wants to prove the doubters wrong, but he's got to go out there and execute on the real football field when it's time. As the 3-0 pitch to McCann results in a strike, and this will be 3 balls and 1 strike to the direction of McCann. The 3-1 pitch coming up here from Brad Hand. Yeah, exactly. But, I mean, we have Kenneth Gainwell, who's, is going to be a great year 2 running back. We have Boston Scott, who, is a smaller running back if needed. We have Kennedy Brooks. We have the running backs. We have the running back group, but it's all about execution, not just for the running back group, but for both sides of the ball on offense and defense. As the 3-1 pitch results in 3 balls and 2 strikes to the direction of McCann. The 3-2 full count pitch coming up here by Brad Hand. So you can't win without an effective backfield, and that's why I worry about us winning more than 8 games. Well, if also needed to run the ball, you can have Jalen Hurts run the ball too. You can have Jalen Hurts run the ball as well at the end of the day, as that will be a swing and a miss here, and that will be a call strike 3. That'll be the end of the 8th inning here for the New York Mets, and we go to the top of the 9th where the Mets are likely to finish this one off. We go to the top of the 9th where the Mets still have a 6-0 lead on the Phillies. But yeah, honestly, man, if you need someone to run the ball, if Kenneth Gainwell's not going, if Boston Scott's not going, if Miles Sanders isn't going, if no one is working in the backfield, you can have Jalen Hurts run the ball. Jalen Hurts' legs are still good to run the ball in the National Football League. You saw the one juke move he put against the one Saints defensive lineman. Jalen Hurts can run the ball if needed. He can run the ball by any means. I wouldn't do that to him as if we lose Jalen to injury, it's game over. Well, I mean, Jalen Hurts can run the ball, man, and eventually he's going to learn how to slide. He hasn't been known to slide in the NFL. He's been known for either going out of bounds or, kind of taking the hits a little bit, but I can see your point. I can see your point in seeing that. But, Jalen Hurts, he's kind of probably working on sliding after every run. He's probably working on that. He's working on getting out of bounds after every run. These are things that Jalen Hurts has to learn. I understand that we could lose Jalen Hurts to injury if we keep having Jalen Hurts running the ball. But if you're going to have a successful run game, keep doing with whatever works. Yes, I feel you're right, but I feel it's very dangerous decision to let him carry it. But I mean, if Jalen Hurts can just keep on running out of bounds and just learn how to slide with the ball in his hands, he should be okay to run the ball this year. And there will be many unnecessary roughness goals. We go to the top of the ninth here. Mets still lead 6-0 over the Phillies. Joely Rodriguez looking to finish this one off here for the New York Mets. 37 games pitched this season and an 0-2 win-loss record for him this year. And Mets fans are pretty much having fun at Citi Field. Just get the game done, Phillies. Just get it done. I don't know why there are still any Phillies fans at this game. I don't know why. Y'all wasting your time. Phillies fans are mainly just starting a departure out of the building, but Gene Segura up to bat here to kick things off here for the Phillies. He is 0-for-3 with a reached-on error in the 5th inning here for the Phillies. And the first pitch to Segura in the top of the 9th inning results in a strike, and this will be no balls and 1 strike to the direction of Gene Segura. The 0-1 pitch coming up from Rodriguez. And the 0-1 pitch will be a bouncer towards third base, but he'll lose control of the ball, and that will be a base hit here. Consider that for Gene Segura. That was also an error, and this will result in a single here for Gene Segura. He's like, man, I never had possession of that. And he knew it, too. He kind of knew that he never had possession of saying, he's like, you know what, let me just get to first base. Let me just let go, let him get to first base and move on to the next one. Edmundo Sosa is coming in as a place hitter here for the Phillies. No home runs, 9 RBIs on the season. And I didn't get a chance to see his batting average. As the first pitch to Edmundo Sosa results in a ball, and this will be 1 ball, no strikes to the direction of Edmundo Sosa. The 1-0 pitch coming up here from Rodriguez. I hope Hurts-Sanders connection is an epic one this season. Let's hope so. I mean, Hurts-Pascal. Well, Hurts to anybody can be a good connection this year. Jalen Hurts gets better year after year, and if he can continue to progress and show us that on the football field, he can show us something this season. He really can. He's working hard every day, man. This kid wants to be great in the NFL, and I want Jalen Hurts to be great in the NFL. Every Eagles fan wants Jalen Hurts to be great in the National Football League. Bruce Harper, I don't either. Matt going on deck here for the Phillies, and the 3-0 pitch to Sosa will result in a strike, and this will be 3 balls and 1 strike to the direction of Edmundo Sosa. The 3-1 pitch coming up here from Rodriguez. You're a believer in Jalen Hurts? I am too. I really think Jalen Hurts can be a great quarterback in the National Football League. It's just going to come down to execution from Jalen Hurts. See if he can execute in the NFL. He's going into his 2nd full year as a starter. And, we're going to see what we have out of Jalen Hurts this year, man. 3-2 full count pitch coming from Rodriguez. And that's going to be fouled back, and that'll be 3 balls and 2 strikes to the direction of Edmundo Sosa. 3-2 full count pitch coming up here once again from Rodriguez. And 3-2 full count pitch. That'll be a line drive out towards left field. That's going to drop for a base hit. And Sosa puts runners on first and second. It'll be Sosa and Segura, I do believe, putting runners on bases here for the Phillies. We also have Phil. The Cowboys are going to have a bad year, as I think Dak isn't the superstar. I actually like Hurts better, as I think he's smarter and got more potential than Dak. Well, Dak Prescott mainly only has one weapon this year to throw to in terms of wide receivers, and that is CeeDee Lamb. In terms of the tight end, Dalton Schultz, he's going to be a good tight end, and same thing goes to Blake Jarwin if he's still on that team. But mainly to Dalton Schultz, who's going to get a lot more snaps since he did a solid job at tight end. And then Zeke Elliott and Tony Pollard in the backfield for the Cowboys as well. As the first pitch to Matt Drilling results in a ball, and this will be 1 ball, no strikes to the direction of Matt Drilling. The 1-0 pitch coming up here from Rodriguez. But yeah, it's going to come down to Jalen Hurts with execution. Jalen Hurts has to execute. Dak Prescott's already in that area and knows how to execute throws. Can Jalen Hurts do the same thing? That is yet to be seen because we haven't seen him yet this season. And he led the Eagles to a 9-8 record. Even though they were not supposed to make the playoffs, they were supposed to keep on rebuilding. But Jalen Hurts wanted to show the NFL something last year, and he's trying to show something this year. As the 1-1 pitch will result in a foul tip, and that will be 1 ball, 2 strikes to the direction of Matt Drilling. The 1-2 pitch coming up here from Rodriguez. As that foul tip from Matt Drilling hit the catcher and it hit the umpire. One-two pitch coming up here from Rodriguez to Drilling. And the 1-2 pitch. That'll be a swing and a miss and a call strike 3. And the top of the order will be coming up. That will mean Bryson Stott will step up to the plate here for the Philadelphia Phillies. Looking for the Phillies to at least not get shut out. Goes to go to too many NFL games for it's so expensive. We know NFL games are so expensive, my guy. That's why you run the money. But Bryson Stott up to bat here for the Philadelphia Phillies. He's 1 for 4 with a single in the 7th inning. And the first pitch to Bryson Stott results in a strike, and this will be no balls, 1 strike to the direction of Bryson Stott. The 0-1 pitch coming up here from Rodriguez. Also, it's not convenient for me to get to a game unless we drive to Pittsburgh, which is about an hour and 40 minutes away. Yeah, but at the end of the day, I mean, it's always good to go to NFL games, man. It's always good to go to NFL games. As the 0-1 pitch is a swing and a miss by Bryson Stott. 0-2 pitch coming up here from Rodriguez. Looking for the second out for the Philadelphia Phillies this afternoon. The pitch coming up here from Rodriguez to Stott. And the 0-2 pitch. We have a swing and a miss and a call strike 3. This will bring out Rhys Hoskins here for the Philadelphia Phillies. That'll be 2 strikeouts as well for Rodriguez. The final chance for the Phillies is Rhys Hoskins. All pressure's on Rhys. Let's see what's your opinion on the Deshaun Watson suspension. I feel it's the right decision and feel maybe he should be suspended for at least 1 year for what he did to some women. I mean, I think Deshaun Watson should be suspended longer than 6 games, but the NFL is going to look at it and see if they want to suspend Deshaun Watson longer, man. As the first pitch to Rhys Hoskins will be low, and this will be 1 ball, no strikes to the direction of Rhys Hoskins. The 1-0 pitch coming up here from Rodriguez. Just I feel Robert Kraft should be in trouble too, but he got away with it for he is an owner. Yeah, that's true, man. That's true. 1-0 pitch coming up here from Rodriguez to Hoskins, and the 1-0. What the? The 1-0 pitch results in a strike, and this will be 1 ball, 1 strike to the direction of Rhys Hoskins. The 1-1 pitch coming up from Rodriguez. Just I wish we got a 6-run home run. I wish that too, man, but it's really not going to happen because there's only 4 bases in baseball. As the 1-1 pitch will result in a ball, and this will be 2 balls and 1 strike to the direction of Rhys Hoskins. The 2-1 pitch coming up here from Rodriguez. Two-one pitch coming up here from Rodriguez to Hoskins, and the 2-1 pitch. The swing and a miss, that'll be strike 2. And this will be 2 balls and 2 strikes to the direction of Rhys Hoskins. The 2-2 pitch coming up. And Mets fans are all on their feet. There they go. It's just a shorter version of my real name, my guy. I don't really give out my name. I want to keep that private. 2-2 pitch coming up here from Rodriguez to Hoskins. 2-2 pitch coming up. And the 2-2 pitch to Hoskins, that's going to be low, and that's going to be 3 balls and 2 strikes to the direction of Rhys Hoskins. The 3-2 full count pitch coming up here from Rodriguez. Yeah, I just want to keep that private, man. I don't want to really be giving out personal info. Three-two full count pitch coming up here from Rodriguez to Hoskins. And the 3-2 full count pitch, that'll be low. That'll be ball 4. That will load up the bases. This will load up the bases here for Alec Boehm. Rodriguez is going to go out here, and a pitching change is going to be made here for the Mets. You're good, Bruce Harper. You're good. You didn't know the first time because you're new to the channel, but it's all good, man. A lot of people ask that question anyway, so I just tell them that I want to keep that private. But it's all good, Bruce Harper. You're all good, man. But yeah, man. Top of the 9th. Bases are loaded. Again, Phillies have been in this situation before, and you know what they do. They blow it. They blow it. They blow it, and they always get out some way on when the bases are loaded, man. Pitching changes coming in here for the New York Mets. I should change my name to PH for having my name out there is probably dumb, especially as I always say what I feel. I mean, if you want to, that's fine, man. It's your decision, not mine. The last thing I want is for some Cowboys fan to bother me for I don't like their team. Hey, all Eagles fans hate the Cowboys, man. Why? Because they're division rivals to us, and you know, we always hate on our division rivals, man. But at the same time, you have to pay some respect. I mean, in 2020, when Dak Prescott got the severe ankle injury for when he was out for the year, and when the Washington football team, before they got changed to the Commanders, made the playoffs, I felt bad for Dak, man. I couldn't make fun of Dak for that. I mean, you should never make fun of anybody for when they get injured and when they're out for the season. But Adam Ottavino up to pitch here for the New York Mets. In 45 games this season, has a record of 5-2. Just I would have the Cowboys are the #1 team. I don't like. Then the Giants. Then the Commanders. Same order for me actually, Bruce. You and I are the same. I agree. I never like to see any player get injured, especially if it's in your division. Absolutely, especially if it's in your division. I don't want to see anyone get injured either. I don't care if it is to the least favorite team that you hate with a passion in your soul. I don't care. You never make fun of any player getting injured. You pay respect. As the 0-1 pitch results in 1 ball, 1 strike to the direction of Alec Bohm. The 1-1 pitch coming up here from Ottavino. And the 1-1 pitch to Bohm. We swing and a miss. That'll be 1 ball, 2 strikes now. And all the Mets fans, they're back on their feet, getting all hyped. They're all back on their feet. Here they go. They're all back on their feet. Here we go. They're all hyped up again. Whoop-de-doo. 1-2 pitch coming up here from Ottavino to Bohm. And the 1-2 pitch to Bohm. Now it'll be a strike 3 call. Game is over. Final score, Mets win 6-0 over the Phillies. And as usual, the Phillies leave the bases loaded. And Mets will win 6-0 over the Philadelphia Phillies. And they'll win the series 2-1. This is the first time the Phillies have been shut out in consecutive games since August 10th and since August 8th and the 10th in 2018. Player of the game goes to Chris Bassett. 5 innings pitched, 4 hits allowed, no earned runs, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts tonight. Yeah, I feel you are right. We're all humans, and we got to take care of each other and never be happy when someone gets injured, even if they are the Cowboys or Giants player or any team you hate in general. You can't make fun of any player by any means, guaranteed. You can't make fun of any player by any means. You can't do it. It's just wrong to make fun of any player. I don't care if it's the team you hate, or if it's the team you love, or if it's the team you're kind of mediocre with in terms of how you like them. You never make fun of any player getting injured. You never laugh at them. You never do anything. I felt that pitch was outside, but the umpires give the call to the Mets pitcher as usual. Well, it's not shocking, but the Phillies will lose this game 6-0 to the New York Mets. Philly will lose 6-0. It was an ugly game. Both sides in the outfield and the infield should both take some blame today. Zach Wheeler didn't pitch well. Corey Knebel didn't do his job. Nobody pitched well for the Phillies. I'm going to tell you that right now. Nobody did their job today. Nobody. Tom Spots this video, so you're doing the Red Series. I will be doing the Red Series, my guy. So, again, guys, come through and tune in tomorrow where I will do the Cincinnati Red Series. But I'm not sure how many of those I can do. I'm not sure how many of those I can do. But yeah, man. I got to go now. Thank you for broadcasting again. You were awesome. I hope you have a great day and God bless. Yeah, same to you, Bryce Harper. Have a good day, my guy. Have a good rest of your day, man. But yeah, guys, Phillies are going to lose 6-0 to the New York Mets. Phillies really didn't have much of a chance to beat the Mets in all 3 games. They got 1 out of 3 against them. They dropped 2 out of 3 of the Mets. They dropped now to 63-51 this season, but hopefully look to get right back on track as they will face the Cincinnati Reds in their next series. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much going to do it for me. Before we end this stream off here, let's just shout everybody out that came through to this stream. So MC, Joel Rocha, Backstage Baseball, Thomas Blatz, Bleacher, William Serrano, Master Yoda, Lucas Holman, if I hadn't said your name already. Noah, Brian C. Mims Gamer. The AJ Show. Ethan KL. Awesomeness Sports. Thomas Blatz. Almighty Finesse. New Zealand. TP. Bruce Harper. Manuel S. Jonathan Dill. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Appreciate everybody that came through the chat. We still got 5 people in here, 4 people now. Appreciate everybody for coming through to this stream. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe if you guys have not done so. And I'll talk to you guys on the next one, man. Phillies lose 6-0, but it is what it is. Let's go get ready for the Red Series. Talk to you guys on the next one, man. Peace.